Triple kill. Military kill. Triple kill. Triple kill. Military kill. Triple kill. Military kill. Triple kill. Triple kill. Lottery kill. Triple kill. Lottery kill.
Hey everyone, welcome to the FFMC 2021. I'm your host for today, Tash Money, alongside the super awesome, super cool casters beside me, Mustachio, AJ, and Husky. How y'all guys doing today?
I never knew there would come a day where you would say I'm super awesome. That's all I'm gonna say at the start of the show.
Yeah,
I mean,
was
it was
about
all
to
the
ask,
formality.
I was just about to
all
ask
just-
AJ, what did he do to Tash? How much did he give Tash to say that he's awesome? But for me, I take it as a genuine compliment. So I'm feeling grateful.
Oh, what?
Oh,
It has started.
wow, we just started, guys. We just started. So for you guys at home wondering where Leslie is, I'm super sorry, but she can't make it today. So you guys will have to bear with me for now. So AJ was super disappointed hearing me coming into stream today. He was like, "Why the heck is
Leslie at?
this girl here?"
Yeah, where isn't he yet, man? It's okay. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to 50% of what she could do. So we good. We good.
Sure.
I just want to make it clear. I just want to make it clear to everyone watching that this is just a feud between those two. I am completely uninvolved. I just happen to be.
He'll probably be dragged into it halfway through. So I'm not fussed at all.
Yes, I am.
So for
It's
you guys
life.
who don't know me, I'm actually from the Malay caster table, actually pushed here today to kind of just fill in. So guys, we've seen some super awesome matches from last week as well as yesterday, and honestly, to me, it already feels like the finals on how intense the matches are. Like, we're not actually seeing one team fully dominate the rest. Can I have some comments from you guys about that?
Although we haven't seen any of those teams go out there and dominate, we have been able to see one team rise up to the top over the past, 3 days of group stages, of the league stages, and, absolutely astound everyone, even though they haven't really been trying that hard just yet, right, Geek Fam? And, the question here is, with that quality that you've already mentioned, right, are we going to be able to see those teams step it up today and kick Geek Fam to the curb? And is Geek Fam going to be as serious as they were yesterday? Because we didn't really see those split pushes coming in from them.
Oh my god. Well, speaking about Geek Fam, here are the qualifying teams for the league stage. These are the groupings. We have for Group A, Blacklist International, Ladies, Eternal Watch and Learn, Overdose LT, Seven Fingers, Team Fastkill. Honestly, Group A is my favorite group so far. I love seeing ladies. I like the idea of seeing all like a all girls team because it's very rare that we see that, and they're actually putting up quite a good fight. They actually managed to drop Blacklist International last week, and I'm really excited to see them do more today. Yesterday was not really like a great day for them, but I'm hoping they're gonna be able to do something today. Eternal Watch and Learn, also a very fun group to see. Fast Kill as well, very fun. Seven Fingers need to do better, 100%, because they're just way too behind in my opinion. So now moving on to Group B, we have Legend, Enigmax All Star, Freedom Rumble, Red Shoot, PXG Extreme, Sem9, and Zone Mai. In this team, we actually have Legend. I am expecting a lot from them because Ashid's one of the most legendary players for Free Fire. He's actually the manager for Freedom Rumble, to be exact, now in Legend. I want to see him do more, 100%. But so far, not so great performance from them. Freedom Rumble is doing amazing. Sem9 as well, super great. And Zone also doing really good as well. So let's move on to Group C. We have Geek Fam, our favorites right now to win. STP Son of Gun, Sorry Roar doing absolutely great as for new team. 4 X-Men Expert, Secret Movement, and Auto Knockout. Groups from Group C are also very, very strong. So let's move on to the next one. Let's have a look at the standings so far. This is Geek Fam, who just crazily went up. They were like 5th place, 6th place, just rose up to the top yesterday. They had some really funny moments yesterday with their medkit wars. That was hilarious to see. I loved seeing that. 100%. Love that. Auto Knockout as well, doing so good. If you guys didn't know, Auto Knockout is a brand new team. The original Knockout is actually now Sem9, who was actually picked up by a new sponsor. So Blacklist International as well got a new sponsor. Used to be Baby Argon, and then picked up by Blacklist during the finals of MCP Major last season. We also can see here 164 Geek Fam, 10 points ahead of the curve. So if you see here, Auto Knockout number 2, Blacklist International number 3, Sem9 and number 4, also so close in terms of points. So let's move on to number 5 is Watch and Learn 137. Freedom Rumble now back down at number 6. Very, very sad for them because they were actually at number 1 last week. 135 points. Team Fast Kill 128. And then after that, we're moving down to the under 100 points. You have Sorry Roar, 4 X-Men Expert. At number 10, you have Overdose LT, Secret Movement. Here are all in the 90s. Now, 71 and under, and Zone Mai, Red Shoot, PXG Extreme, STP Son of Gun, Legend, Ladies, Enigmax All-Star, and Seven Fingers. So if you look at Seven Fingers, they're very interesting. Even though they only have 28 points, they actually managed to get a booyah. Who would have thought? What do you guys think?
It's the RNG, right? Isn't that right, Husky?
Yeah, that was what we were discussing yesterday. We were talking about, if you look at a team like Endzone MY or Seven Fingers, you would not expect them to have one booyah. And then if you look at a team like Team Fast Kill, who before the end of yesterday was actually around 3rd place. Before the Group A versus B versus C, they were in 3rd place.
Right? Yeah.
Yes. And we were saying that if you just look at the standings, Team Fast Kill is the only team in the top 5 with no booyah, but they have such great points. So sometimes the luck of the draw does play a big part.
Yeah, it does. So I think that's one of the biggest things about battle royales. It's not just about skill; it's also the RNG. So moving on to the prize pool now. So going home at 1st place will be going home with 8,000 ringgit. Honestly, such a great reward for winning, in my opinion. So the 2nd place will be going home with 7,200, 6,400, 3rd place, 4th place, 5,600, and so on. So if you see here at 16th place, 17th place, and 18th place, despite not winning, they still go home with at least 1,600 ringgit each. Do you guys think that this is actually one of the better tournaments for Free Fire in Malaysia so far in terms of prize pool? What do you think?
That is the most solid one, right? I mean, there's no if, buts, or maybes about it. And this is just for the league stages. It's not even for the top 12 because just like you mentioned, from the 13th spot all the way down to the 18th, even if they don't make it to the finals, they will still be able to take a prize pool back, which means, nobody's going to be eternally upset. Because I love the way Free Fire kind of builds these teams up. Even if you don't perform that well, not being disappointed at the end of the day gives you enough motivation to come back and do even better in the next season.
Yes, exactly. And what I'm really excited about is actually the overall prize pool. The overall prize pool is actually one of the biggest I've seen so far. So I can give
Yeah.
huge props to Garena for this because as we pass by through so many tournaments, the prize pool just gets bigger and bigger. And especially when you hit the playoffs, because that it kind of resets again after you already know you're getting 8,000 ringgit first place, and then after that you have to reset and try harder again because the grand prize pool for the playoffs is 60,000 ringgit. That's a heck a lot of money, and you
Yeah.
can see the difference, stark difference between first place and second place. Second place gets less than half, which is only 28,000 ringgit. And then after that, all the way down to 16,000, 8,000, 6,000, 4,000, 3,200, 2,400, and even 11th and 12th place still gets around 1,600 each, which is honestly not bad. But honestly, if I were to be in the position of getting 11th or 12th place, I would be pretty mad because 16,000 ringgit was right there to grab. Right there. And
Yeah.
the whole thing resets. You cannot really exactly say like, oh, it was something built out throughout the next few weeks, because this is actually reset again, and everyone has a fair shot, in my opinion. And I honestly really like the structure of how they do this. And
Yeah.
because the prize pool is so big, we're gonna be expecting some really heated, crazy matches, because I think this is
Yeah.
what everyone will be eyeing, the 60,000 ringgit instead of the 8,000 ringgit at the beginning. So for now, let's talk a little bit about the point system. I'm just gonna quickly go through it. It's something that a lot of international tournaments actually use. It's a 1 kill, 1 point sort of way, with 12 points for first place, ninth place gets 9 points for second place, and so on. So in my opinion, do you guys think that this is a great way, a great structure for collecting points? Because we've seen some really interesting ones for battle royales throughout the years.
Yeah.
But what do you guys think?
Yeah, the lower the number of points differential between each and every single one of these ranks makes it even more competitive, right? It puts more emphasis onto those skill points itself. Like Husky has mentioned already yesterday, I believe, like, you don't really want the differential between your placement points as well as your kill points at the end of the day, no matter
Exactly.
where you're standing, is to be more than 10, right? And that's where you're going to be
Yes.
able to see a huge problem for some of these teams.
Yeah.
And if they are just purely depending on one side of the points, they're not going to do well overall. And that's exactly where Garena is coming from. They want to see who can go in there, survive, as well as get those kills. And I think that this point system is the best to bring that out of the competition.
Yeah, that's right. So honestly, I really like this as well. Husky, sorry, gonna have to cut you off real there because we're gonna move on to the schedule. So we have Bermuda and Kalahari today. Husky, just to ask you, which teams do you think are gonna be shining the most in Bermuda, and which teams do you think are gonna be shining most in Kalahari?
For Kalahari, we're still seeing Blacklist International. I think Blacklist International is still one of the more dominant teams on Kalahari. Although now it's finally fair, for at least for me, to say that they are not the only team that is good on Kalahari, because other teams are catching up. For Bermuda, I think probably Geek Fam, Semnite, Auto Knockout, and Freedom Rumble. These four teams are on my list. Blacklist International, since I gave them Kalahari, I would keep them out of Bermuda, because to be fair to the other teams as well. But overall, I think Bermuda is a bit more competitive compared to Kalahari, just because of how the
Yes.
map is designed.
Yeah.
Right. So for me personally, from seeing teams perform from MCP majors last season all the way till now, I've always thought that Kalahari would be a map made for Freedom Rumble, in my opinion, because I felt like they always shone there. But seeing this season, seeing this tournament in general, I feel like they're still great. But the thing about Freedom Rumble is that if they don't get the circle, they tend to kind of just lose it. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that is the problem with Freedom Rumble. And another problem with Freedom Rumble is that they don't know how to defend once they're already on. But in terms of just coming in and getting kills, they're great. So let's move on
Yeah.
to teams to watch. So these are the three teams that were really, really outstanding throughout these 2 weeks. You have Auto Knockout, Blacklist International, and Geek Fam. So Auto Knockout, as I said before, brand new team, renamed into Auto Knockout, and I think Axel has been really standing out, in my opinion, from their team, because his snipes have been insane. What do you guys think?
Absolutely, right. And Husky has pointed this out multiple times already. One of the main reasons why Auto Knockout is just so good out there on the battlefield is because of the reach that Axel has, as well as his sights, right? And if you are going for the cross out there in the open fields, even if you're hiding in those buildings, this guy should be able to spot you out. And it's not just the ability to take those snipes, but his positioning as he takes those snipes is almost invisible to his opponents, which makes him such a beast out there on the field.
Right, so let's move on to Blacklist International. Husky, let me just ask you a question. So a lot of people's attention has been on Cobra, especially because of MCP Majors, how he just really was up there on the most kill rank last season. So surprisingly, they have a brand new player, Clanks, and honestly, he's been such a great addition to the team because of how great his synergy is. But let's talk a little bit about Manflank. I did not expect this from him, but he is so great at just cleaning up. What do you think?
His name says it all, honestly. Man flank comes in from the side to clean things up. I think him and Phoenix have kind of the same job. Phoenix is a more hands-off guy, whereas Man flank is more hands-on. Phoenix, most of the time you see him playing from afar. He kind of does what EXO does most of the time. But I would still put EXO above him in terms of the ranking. And just to add on a bit more about Auto Knockout, if you just rewatch that one match yesterday, how they wiped Blacklist International without Blacklist knowing that they were coming, that was the best example of why Auto Knockout is one of the top contenders in FFMC.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move on to Geek Fam, who only yesterday, I think we've talked about this so many times, how Geek Fam never performs in the first week or in the first few matches. I'm not sure if they're trolling or if they're nervous, but they need to step it up, especially in the future, because you saw how much pressure was actually shown by other teams. But I'm just glad they were able to catch up yesterday. So the player I want to highlight from Geek Fam is actually Zach. From MCP Majors, he's been doing such a good game. I just really want to see more from him this time because I feel like he doesn't really show potential as he used to do back then. What do you guys think?
Yeah, fair enough, right? But here's the thing about Geek Fam. They've always dropped in here with their experiments. And last week in week 1, we clearly saw that they weren't really serious in picking those booyahs up for themselves. They just wanted to test the waters and see exactly what do these other teams have on the table. And even without trying, they managed to pick that number 5 spot up. And, this week when they tried, they're back up top. And the question now is going to be, how serious are they going to be at the league stages? Do they want to sweep up that first prize here as well as the finals, or are they going to allow themselves to be as callous as they were back in MCP and perhaps drop a few ranks,
Right. Okay. So I think we're about to start our game for today. Thank you so much to Husky as well as AJ for that insightful, match wrap up from yesterday. So I'm going to throw it to you guys. Good luck and have fun.
Thank you very much, Tash. Lovely as always. And I'm excited. I'm excited for day number 2. We ended day 1 of week 2 talking about how Geek Fam has finally been awoken. And maybe today is the day that they pull ahead with a bigger lead. But first of all, we are looking at Eternal Watch and Learn taking on EGMX at the Observatory. And statistically, EGMX hasn't had the best stats when it comes to head-to-head, at least against Eternal Watch and Learn, but they also have been showing that the top dogs don't really scare them.
Yeah, but at this point, I just want the other teams to give EGMX a break, man. They haven't been able to, curry much up for themselves. They almost always share a drop spot with another squad, and they almost always get taken out so early in these games. I mean, so far they've only been able to pick up 11 kills in so many of those rounds that they've been in. Oh, but Richo, what a takedown onto Demon 76 as well as Maske. Beautiful trip mine, and it works perfectly in their favor. Can they do it? Can they do the absolute impossible? Raja pulls out the time turner. He gets knocked out as well. EGMX, they are on top. Maybe this is that comeback, Husky.
What? Then they wiped out Eternal Watch and Learn. What were you saying, AJ? What were you saying? Wow. Give them a break. Give them a break. There you go. And a full team wipeout. Well, that's one of the ways to deal with an aggressive team. We actually have not talked about this at all. We have not talked about the trip mine throughout the entirety of the league. Even during MCP, it wasn't utilized often. But this is a prime example. You see people running into you. There's choke points. Put a trip mine. what a way to start off the day. Eternal Watch and Learn, though, slightly unlucky that they get wiped out by EGMX, but being on the receiving end of 4 free points, I take that any day.
Oh yeah, man. EGMX right now, they're on fire, but now Seven Fingers gonna fall food to EGMX once again. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's see if or not that happens. It is gonna be Yim G here, keeping an eye on the players from EGMX. They most definitely heard those gunshots already. The question is now, how is Seven Fingers going to invade Observatory? I don't know if or not they are good on their loot. I'm very sure Limok has got a sniper on himself already, which means he will be able to report back to Yim G. Yim G now just keeping an eye on the vehicles, hoping to see if or not EGMX will come out here for a careless play so they can pick them off one by one. Yimji, I think he just got shot at, but that shouldn't be too much of an issue to deal with. Off screen, though, is going to be Team Red taking on FSK, Team Fastkill.
Richard's definitely at a disadvantage. Well, if you just look at the numbers, right? He just got a kill. So Richard should be trying to get away, knowing how Fastkill plays. This is the perfect environment for them to drive in Sparks on that bike, just trying to look for some information. You can see what Richard is doing. They are, well, just hiding. Well, at least 2 of them are. Unfortunately, there's this one last member, Sans, able to, not Sans, Zhao actually.
Well, Spark just misses it. Boys now gonna get taken down, getting fired at, but the time turner will be popped up. Boys will be able to stand. Zhao gets dropped first, and he gets deleted right after as well. Team Fastkill wants to pick these fast kills right up on top of Team Red, but the question is, will those other players show themselves? They have managed to get away from this danger zone. Question is, how long can they stay away here, SK?
I just like how the car phases through boys. You know, like he has just casually phases through him. One of the things I like about Free Fire, for sure, the physics, they're a bit ridiculous, but it's fun. It is fun as an audience. Richard losing 2 guys, they've already made the call to back off in the beginning, so Zhao dying there, there's just a bit of an unfortunate collateral damage. It was caught out in the open. But this is what Fastkill likes to do. They see a team, they go in, they try to wipe up everyone without losing some of their members. This time it worked out. They got 2 free kills, and they should be able to control Mars Electric. There's no rush for them. 20 more seconds until the circle starts closing in. They have a lot of space to work with.
I don't know, right? The excitement from EGMX taking down Eternal Watch and Learn is still sticking on me. What a crazy way to open up the day, just to light things up in here, right, Aski? I'm super curious as to what's going to happen to EGMX. Can they keep this momentum and bring it into the final circle? Or are they going to mess this up, man? Are they going to mess up one of the most perfect starts that they have had in the FFMC so far?
Yeah, to be very fair to EGMX, they have not gotten a booyah. Right, they have not gotten a single booyah. But somehow they are still able to compete with the best teams every now and then. I think if you look at the standings from yesterday, EGMX is actually in 17th place, which based off they are not below, they are behind ladies in terms of points. They are actually 8 points behind. It's something that you would look at and be like, seriously? I thought ladies would be below Animex All-Stars. So this is a good start, but like you said, can they keep that performance until the end? That remains to be answered.
Yeah, exactly, man. I mean, one too many times they have been taken out, early on within each and every single rounds that they've stepped into. Hence, why they are seated where they are seated, right below the ladies, right above Seven Fingers. Seven Fingers. The only reason why they are even lower is because, unfortunately, they maintain the record of being the first team again and again and again to get taken down early on in these games, right? But hopefully today it is a different story, because I like the way they didn't really aggress upon EGMX early on in the game. They saw the danger zone right there in front of them. They played it well. They didn't really, want to take these fights on early, keeping it later on for perhaps the final zone. Let's see if or not Seven Fingers reach there as well, because they have, unlike EGMX, picked up a booyah for themselves.
Yeah, it's something that we also didn't have time to touch on when we went through the standings early on, was how we keep saying that okay, Seven Fingers, they're in last place, they have 28 points, they only got 25 points in terms of placements and 3 kills, and that is exactly the main focus, because we kept bringing up how the kill points and the placement points, they have to coexist together on a balanced scale. And Seven Fingers is the perfect example. If you look at the placement points, 25 across 12 rounds, which means that 25 points only amounts to 2 booyahs. And getting 2 booyahs in equivalent of points across 12 rounds is, to say the least, a very horrible score. And they only have 3 kills, so that is not even equivalent to a single booyah. And you would think that if you get like just even 1 kill each round, you will already have a booyah, right? You already have a booyah in terms of points, 4 kills. So Seven Fingers have a lot of work to do.
That's like the greatest understatement of FFMC at the moment, that they have got a lot of work to do. Then again, though, I don't think that they will be able to muster up any more than they have thus far. My hopes for them is mainly to see exactly how many of these brave fights they can take on, just to continue to test their limits, right? Because whether or not they will be able to show an exact 180 switch from what we've seen so far, it's highly improbable. But to be able to take some of these tough fights, to be able to, overcome some of the challenges, and of course, lose in a majority of them, will teach them exactly what to look out for. And, when the next FFMC comes in, or when the next major competition from Garena drops in, we should expect to see way more from Seven Fingers, because, it's not going to decide their future in the esports world just by not doing that great in FFMC, man.
Yeah, I mean, in a competitive environment, there will always be a lose. Like, you can be the 18th best team, which they are, but better teams will just make you look bad if they are just way out of your league. So nothing against them, though I do think that a lot of teams in the bottom 4 have a lot more to prove. We're just barely at the halfway point, right? By the end of the day, we have 2 more weeks of league. So that's what, 16 more rounds? Actually, 16 more rounds for all of these teams to prove themselves before the playoffs. They can end in 18th place, and it will still be a good run. Vegeta, though, does take out Manflank. Legend was a team that Tash did touch on a bit during the pre-show. And this is what we also want to see. You pointed out specifically, the Legend highlight reel has been primarily them dying. Maybe this could be a different one.
Well, hopefully it is, right? I mean, getting the drop on one of the, Blacklist international players is definitely a great starting point. But the question is, how will you go in to execute the rest of the finishes on all of these players? Because now Blacklist International knows that there is pressure from up top on this hill. The question is whether or not they will try to flank around and take this fight, or leave them be and focus in on playing the safe zone and guaranteeing some of these placement points for themselves, right? Not taking away anything from those at the very bottom of the leaderboards at the moment, Husky. But there's this saying which I hold very dear to my heart, because it's one of the best things I've ever heard, right? And it holds so true. Okay, and it's in Malay, but I'll say it first. Kalah tapak, style mesti ada.
Right.
Okay? So
and to go out in style, right?
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you lose, man. What matters is how you lose. What matters is how you manage to impress people before you even get taken down. You watch some of the best shows, and even the villains have a side story to build their characters, right? So you know a little bit more about them. You feel a little bit more for those characters. And that's exactly what we want to see out of Seven Fingers, Enix Max, All Stars, Ladies, Legend. We want to see a little bit of their story. You want to see a little bit of their play styles. I mean, if you know you're not going to be able to get the top 12, or if you know you're not going to be able to win the competition in, however you want it, the least that you can do is to steal some eyes and hearts in the process.
Yeah, and the equivalence to that in Free Fire terms is bloody hits.
If
you can't be Batman, if you can't be the Gotham hero, just be the Gotham villain. Just be Joker. Joker dies, but Joker dies in the Dark Knight, but he died a hero. He's still my favorite character. I have nothing against Batman. You do you, but I'm a Joker guy. Like when you play other games, regardless of what genre it is, and you're on the losing side, you're losing like really badly. And at the end of the day, before the defeat screen pops up, you will sometimes tell yourself, you know what? let's just try and fight. We kill this guy is a win. If we kill this guy, it's a win for us.
Exactly, yeah. And that's exactly what we are looking for them to do. Overdose LT now taking on Endzone MY. Endzone out there in the open. Case gets knocked down by the blue zone, and that's not a situation he wants to be a part of. But Overdose LT will have the advantage here. EGMX firing those shots off as well. And the fight with Seven Fingers will continue. Limok, he has got the sniper, but he also has got quite a bit of fortification in front of him. The distance between these two teams slowly being bridged right now by those glue walls, but I don't think EGMX can, ease the pressure just yet, because Seven Fingers might just be able to turn this around, Husky. It's still an open field out there.
And Forza
that's what I mean!
almost wins that one. Limok just has a better shot, and that is huge for Seven Fingers because Forza was the guy that could have opened up the entirety of the fight for EGMX. Now we're down to a Seven Fingers favored skirmish. It just comes down to whether they can close this out. EGMX, if they can get through Seven Fingers, that's already a great continuation to how they started off the game.
Yeah, but it's just stuck at this particular part of the map. Beautiful drop by Oggy, and he is going to be able to get the knock onto Limok, but he doesn't go in for the delete just yet. If he plays this wrong, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Seven Fingers should be able to make a comeback, but Oggy is doing everything right. He goes for a long flank from the right-hand side just to catch the players off guard a little bit. No, Oggy's just running away.
Yeah, he's running from the zone. But I think he's gonna run into Endzone MY now. In Endzone MY, they are crippled because they did lose a couple of members early on. So I don't think EGMX will run into too much problems. Boys will beat out thanks to Sem9, who again are just the better team in a lot of the situation. And Team Fast Kill, once again, the aggression early on looks good, but the transition of that to the mid to late game phase, not as pretty. Endzone MY finally getting knocked out, courtesy of Seven Fingers. Mutu gets fired. He's still there, and he wants some payback. EGMX takes out Seven Fingers.
Oggy, this is a beautiful second kill for himself, but overall, EGMX have managed to rake up 6 points in here so far, and they don't want to slow down. Off screen is going to be Freedom Rumble taking on Overdose, and a player gets knocked, possibly deleted as well. Freedom Rumble right here in front of EGMX. They might have the better advantage in terms of placement. Let's see exactly how they will pull this off. Overdose LT gets eliminated as flank gets dropped by the blue zone outside there. Unfortunate for him, he couldn't really make this approach. Look at EGMX's Freedom Rumble just holding on to the edge of the zone there, unintentionally gatekeeping the rest of those players.
And I think Freedom Rumble saw the Freedom Rumble forced to move in by the impending blue zone, so they'll have to push through EGMX. And if you look at our screen, we have 8 teams left, but we only see 3 of them near the safe zone, which means that there are going to be a lot more squads coming in. Ladies being one of them, still in the game, but there we just speak of the devil. The ladies have shown up. They're about to run into a big battlefield. In front of them is Blacklist International, and ladies, they're just running straight into the compound. And look at Legends. Legends is also driving in. Blacklist International having to deal with 2 teams at once. Mayma is things up, and Mayma and Phoenix. Gets the bomb on himself. Phoenix, you cannot blow yourself up. Not in this time.
Mayma!
And Manflang is also. Here we go. Ladies going up. And ladies finds Manflang. Blacklist International might be good, but are they good enough to take on 2 teams at once? That remains to be seen, as Anish will have to take on the rest of Legends. Ajim down as well. Ayla from the flag. Blacklist International completely caught out. Now Sem9 also chipped in. Kelvin is down. Ayla getting traded back by Phoenix, but the rest of ladies, they're not done just yet, as now they know where the remnants of Blacklist International are. Baby Blue also on the ground. Mayma is the last man alive, and ladies have been eliminated. Phoenix gets their revenge, but it's Legends who comes out on top.
Yeah, man, it's the Legends who went out there on a solo slice on all of those ladies, and unfortunately, ladies couldn't do much. They had to deal with Blacklist International right there in front of them, and now it's going to be Sem9 asking some questions here, but Freedom Rumble from the back. Will Legend Kai be able to stand up? No, he doesn't launch any grenades up forth. He gets shut down. Blacklist International is out of the game as well. Freedom Rumble out there in the open. Only the glue walls right there in front of them. Sem9, they have got the compound, but they do not have the zone. It will be with Freedom Rumble. Are we going to be able to see Sem9 now snuffed out, or are they going to be able to play the glue wall perfection? Each and every single glue wall will be able to give them 3,000 worth of damage to be absorbed. Cops just getting shot at. Sem9 won't be able to take them down just yet, but the blue zone will be able to push Sem9 in a little bit more, putting them at a disadvantageous position, Husky.
Yeah, and EGMX, they're still in this fight. Calls with the grenade launcher! It wipes up everyone from Sem9. And now they're gonna turn their attention to EGMX. Newbie, we're still alive. And he's the remnant of Sem9. He's able to get some kills in, but Freedom Rumble looks poised to win this round. Newbie with 9 kills in total in Sem9's back. They hit both him and EGMX. They have to work together to try to eliminate Freedom Rumble, but Freedom Rumble knows that this one is in the bag. We've doubted them long enough, and they're about to turn their storyline around. Cause wipes out EGMX, and Newbie is also out. Freedom Rumble would take that first booyah of this day.
Sem9, with that victory, ladies and German boys and girls, most definitely managed to push themselves all the way up to that #1 spot. Joyka, Cobbs, Drags, as well as Apam. They will manage to pick the... Hey, why are we looking at Freedom? Wasn't it Sem9 that picked it up?
No, it's Freedom Rumble.
Or were they... Oh, sorry, my apologies.
Rumble.
They got wiped out. My bad, Husky.
So you're still doubting them, you know, like it's okay. We understand the mindset of doubters. But yes, Freedom Rumble able to walk away with the booyah. No, yesterday we were saying we were predicting, right? We were saying that okay, by the end of day number 1 for week 2, Freedom Rumble has a chance to stay in top 3. And when the results came out, they dropped all the way to 6th place. Well, this is a good start to the day. Maybe that top 3 is going to be within reach if they continue down this trajectory.
Yeah, quite honestly, it was an abysmal day of performance for Freedom Rumble yesterday. But the comeback gameplay might just be already. Look at them with all of those baby face filters. They are having a good time, Husky.
Yeah, I know. Yesterday we left Sem9 out of the conversation when we were making predictions, and they show in top 3. This is why AJ was still hyping out Sem9 even though they lost. But yes, Freedom Rumble. Great opening, and I see Tash is smiling because she loves it as well. This is our chance to turn it on to AJ. So how was match 1?
Wait. You're asking me or you asking
yes,
Tash buddy here?
No, I'm saying this.
Ask AJ.
No, I'm saying this is the time for me and you to turn it around on AJ.
Yeah.
This is.
Oh my god.
Alah, kalau bahasa Inggeris tak okay sangat. It's okay lah, Tash. You know, we swap you out lah.
Saya dari meja bottom. I'm just kidding. But it was such a good game. I'm just gonna say something though. I saw ladies go up against Blacklist, and I was about to say that. I was like, "Go ladies, come on, let's see a second time." Dropping them, but it didn't happen because of the third party. I mean, like, they had such a great start, but like the flank really got them, and I was just like, I mean, it's not a bad thing. Like, knowing them from the beginning of week 1, all they did was play safe and just play for placements, and seeing them now playing so aggressive, to me is like in anime what they call a character arc. You know what I'm trying to say? So I would love. I like that evolvement, and I like how they're playing a little bit more scary, which means that eventually, even if they don't make it out, it's a very great learning experience for them, and it changes their play style as well, which I'm very happy about. Let's talk a little bit about Enigmax All-Star. One of the weakest teams we've seen here. We barely even see them these last 2 weeks. And then suddenly this week, like, I felt like the observer had the camera on them like the whole time, because there was always something happening. Dropping down immediately, finishing off Eternal Watch and Learn. That's a big thing. Watch and Learn is one of the most aggressive teams I have seen this tournament, and for them to be getting that early advantage on them definitely puts them on a really good edge, because it keeps one of the best teams out, which gives them a winning edge. If they didn't get Eternal Watch and Learn early, I think the game would have gone totally in a different way. What do you guys think?
Yeah, of course. I mean, because if EGMX is not doing the killing, they are probably getting killed, right? And thus far in the competition, they haven't really set a great streak for themselves. But just like what I was telling Husky earlier on as we were casting the game, kalah tak pas, style mesti ada, right? And they needed to capitalize.
And style. They had style. 100% they had style.
Yeah, and they needed to capitalize.
I'm so happy.
I mean,
Yeah.
just getting that victory at the start of the game over Eternal Watch and Learn, and right after that, if they had gotten snuffed out by Endzone M1, it would have been super embarrassing. Sorry, by Seven Fingers, it would have been super embarrassing. They didn't,
Yeah.
right? They managed to survive and they got into that final circle. They got number 3 overall. I think today has been the best day and one of the best game for NX Max All-Star. And it's not just that survival gameplay, right? They worked hard for it. I just want to see more of this from them.
Exactly.
I
so
just
for
want
now,
to say,
sorry, go on.
I just want to say, you know that a team went out in style when AJ keeps hyping them out, even if they didn't get the booyah, aka Sem9.
Exactly.
Hey, dude. Okay,
So let's have a look at
let's
the
talk about
replay here.
Sem9. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Sem9 would have been able to take that final one if it wasn't for that grenade launcher, right? That was such an
Oh my God,
unfortunate
yes.
situation. They
Yes.
all got snuffed out around the same time.
Okay, so we're having a look here at why did he get it here? What just happened? I'm not too sure what happened there. So let's have a look here at Fastkill. I was actually just look at that. Like he didn't even notice that he was there. It was just like straight in the head. If that happened to me, I'd be like, what just happened? What the heck just happened here? I noticed that this fight here is actually like one of the most intense I've seen. Like how they played is actually really good. So this particular shot here, like I bet Manflank was like, who is shooting me? By the time he realized he was down. Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's kind of like go through this for a little while. Husky, what do you think of this particular replay?
I think this one was just textbook play. You're in front of the team, and then you just wait for them to come to you as the blue zone pushes them in, right? But this is the climax of match number 1. Legend
Yes,
comes
this is
in
it.
from the side, ladies come in from the other. Blacklist International, even though they were not able to really survive until the end, I think Sem9 or Legends took them out. But they did demonstrate why they are one of the top teams, because even against the onslaught of 3 teams, they were able to put up a couple of kills before they eventually went out.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So this is the final part here. Honestly, I really wanted Sem9 to have this one because Sem9's arguably one of the strongest teams so far. But I'm really happy it did go to FRU. But the thing about this round about FRU is that I felt like they played way too safe toward the end, and I wanted to see more bloodbath. But that's just me in particular. So let's have a look at the round standings so far. We can see here Freedom Rumble with 8 kills, giving them 20 points with the 12 points from the Booyah. Of course, Sem9 not too far behind with 9 placement points and 9 kills. You can see that Sem9 has the highest amount of kills in this time round, giving them 18 kills. Third place, Enigmax All-Star, someone we did not expect to come out, and it makes me so happy seeing the underdogs start climbing up because it makes the matches 100% more interesting. Ladies taking 4th place, really excited about this because usually they're in the 6th place to 8th place usually, or sometimes even 12th place. So this is very nice to see. They have 9 points each alongside Legend. So Legend, in my opinion, they did a great third party, but their survivability not that great, and they need to work more on that because I feel like that's the problem. They always have a highlight reel of dying. We had, I think it was Kai who was the last one surviving and unfortunately got shot in the back by Freedom Rumble. They're just not, I think in terms of map awareness, not just there yet, in my opinion. So Blacklist this time, not too great. 6th place, I mean, compared to their other performances. Fastkill as well. Red Shoot PXG Extreme now in 8th place with 5 points. Seven Fingers doing way better than before now with 9 points and 4 points instead of their usual 0 and 1s. Overdose LT, not too great. 3 points. Endzone Mai and Eternal Watch and Learn go back to the lobby. And as from the Malay caster table I picked up, they call it Pesta Telurrebus, or
the
what do you call it? Boiled egg, not fried egg,
boiled egg. Okay,
egg.
boiled
Yeah, boiled egg
Boiled egg.
festival because it looks like a boiled egg. So
I like
something
how
interesting.
I like how Tash comes in and she just starts roasting everyone. She's like, Seven Fingers is doing great. They have 4 points. 4 points is great for a team like Seven Fingers.
I mean, I'm just comparing with their previous performances. It's actually a lot better than their last. Yeah. I mean, sure, they did get a booyah, but honestly, getting a booyah is not everything. You need to be able to play consistently, and consistency is not something we see from Seven Fingers. they need to start rethinking their strategy, because I noticed the reason why they go back to the lobby so early is because they like to have that early fights. They're dropping where the other teams are dropping, and maybe they need to rethink that. But the thing is, I think they're learning, because from yesterday till today, they've been surviving a little bit longer than usual. What do you guys have to say about that?
I agree. I want to just quickly give Legend some credit, even though we joke about Legend having a death highlight reel, right? But I've been noticing something yesterday and today, is that they've been making a lot of proactive moves, and those moves even don't lead to their deaths, but you can see that they're trying out. They're trying to make a move onto other teams, even against Blacklist International. You know, it's just that it needs some polishing. I think with enough time, they will be able to pull it off in a cleaner manner.
I see. So let's talk a little bit about Ladies. So Ladies is a team where if they're there, they're really, really there. Or if they're not, then they're not. I just want to see, I think, something more exciting from them, in my opinion. Because I think there's a lot of pressure from them, because being the only girls team, there's a lot of expectation, in my opinion.
If you want to see something exciting, we've got exactly something that you can see. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, giveaway codes. That's exactly why it's
yes, that exactly. There it is.
Get that exciting giveaway. The Playboy gun box, bro.
That's
Playboy
actually
gun box.
so good. Like, I like the skin.
That I'll never imagine being placed together in the same face, in the same sentence. Playboy and gun. You know, like
Playboy.
that sounds fun. I like it already.
I'm just gonna read out the code for you guys. FFMC6UR5ZNJQ. Redeem it on the Free Fire redeem page right now. There's only 2, so in Malay terms, siapa cepat dapat, or in English, first come, first serve.
Early bird gets the worm.
Yeah, the early bird gets the worm. Yeah, and
what if
this is the one thing.
Let's discuss it, my friend.
Tash, it's not about the worm, it's about the teams and the points. Let's get back here.
Okay. So let's
here's the thing, right? Ladies and Legend, including Enigmax All-Star, right? The one thing that I'm absolutely impressed about them in this particular round is not only did they get quite good placement points, they also didn't get up to the top with 0 kills on the board, right? They managed to pick up those kills. Very, very essential kill points for themselves. Something that we have not been seeing all of these streams do that much.
Exactly. So for now, we're gonna go to our second match of the day, Group A versus Group B in Kalahari. I really want to see Freedom Rumble perform in this one and just show everyone why they are the kings of Kalahari. So for now, I'm gonna pass the mic to AJ and Husky. Good luck and have fun.
Thank you very much, Dash Bunny. You know why I like Dash, Husky?
Yeah.
She talks a lot, man. No, seriously, she talks a lot. She makes my work so much easier.
I was about to agree. I agree, and I love it. I'm not complaining. I am not complaining. I'm having a lot of fun.
Not complaining.
No, I'm not.
I want to talk to Garina. Shout out to Garina, man. We need Dash Bunny here more often.
Yeah, I'm not complaining that she talks a lot. That's my point. Yes. If it's having her here more often, yes, I want to make that. I want to send a ticket as well. Yeah. But she did say, Freedom Rumble needing to show people why they're the kings of Kalahari, and I'm just sitting there, in Blacklist International shoes, thinking that you can't just strip our title like that. Blacklist International. To be very fair, is still the better team. I wouldn't mind Freedom Rumble winning. I hope they do. But they have to show it, right? They have to show that they are capable of doing it. Maybe not with a booyah, but at least putting up good results by the end of the round.
Yeah, quite honestly, today, the way they have started the first match itself is much, much better. I mean, miles away from where they were yesterday. End zone! MY try to take down Limok. If Limok goes down, they will lose the opportunities to take some of these long-range fights, and his survival is essential! But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, unfortunately, it is End Zone MY that loses their first player to the side of Seven Fingers.
No, it was actually OVD. It was actually Overdose LT. Yeah.
Oh, they in here.
Yeah. So I think Overdose LT is like somewhere off screen that we can't see. But it's bad for Endzone MY, I guess. Now they lost one guy and they know that Seven Fingers aren't the only team in front, but in front of Seven Fingers is Eternal Watch Island, a team that did not have the best round one, and they are feeling really hungry. And Seven Fingers sounds like the perfect shock bait. But whether Eternal Watch and Learn can feed on them remains to be seen. I think Mutu, after yesterday, has put himself on the radar. Very happy-go-lucky guy. Very energetic, and of course his 180 flick to get the booyah for the team. Let's see if he can continue to be that superstar for Seven Fingers.
Ooh, Maske getting teased here with those shots from Seven Fingers. And Seven Fingers have got the compound. They've got the better position in here. All Eternal Watch and Learn have is a bunch of trees as well as a couple of glue walls on their side. They need to approach here and make sure they can take over this compound if they want to stand a fighting chance. Unfortunately, it's not going to be that easy, is it? Mutu having a hold on to the watchtower will be able to hold them back. But Venom is already on his left-hand side. Mutu needs to be careful here, but he should be able to get Venom out of the equation, fires those shots, doesn't get the takedown, and he will be able to recover with the time turner. Raja dropping by as well for some backup, but that's not going to be enough. This standoff will continue a little bit longer. End zone MY onto the approach to see if or not they can get some picks from the back as well here, Skate.
Oh, and Mirza finds a good shot onto Yimji, and that's going to make things slightly hard. But Mutu downs Demon on the other end. Seven Fingers needs to deal with two teams at once, and this is not going to be easy. No matter how good you are, numbers will always win. And Seven Fingers have been caught in a very, sticky situation. But Mutu might be able to down Maske. Just need a bit more touches on that. She is not in the best position, and that is what worries me right now. Seven Fingers need to find a way to at least snuff out one of these teams. And maybe Limao can do that. Unfortunately, Venom is just a bit... No, Mirza does it for Seven Fingers. Knocks Venom out.
End zone MY, the game changer in this particular fight, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Seven Fingers trying to take on Eternal Watch and Learn, and now with Venom on the ground, unable to recover. Those players can't even go in for the pickup because of the position taken over by End zone MY. This is a checkmate for Eternal Watch and Learn.
Oh, Eternal Watch and Learn having a tough time. Already losing two members, I believe. Oh, actually just one. I think the first team that... No, they actually lost two. Yeah, the 2 kills for Endzone MY. So now is only, I believe, Demon. The other guy should be Venom left alive. Unfortunately for Eternal Watch and Learn, they won't be able to continue to try and pressure Seven Fingers because it just puts them in a horrible position. Endzone MY feeling pretty good about that. They also lost one guy earlier on to Overdose LT, so now it kind of evens out the playing field.
Yeah, I love what the call was from Eternal Watch and Learn. Just run, right? Back away from that. And it's now EGMX going to take this fight up against Freedom Rumble. Legend going to be seeing some shots coming in here from Team Red as well. Red Shoot PXG Extreme. Are we going to be able to see them take down those Legends, or will the Legends finally make this an opportunity for a comeback? Rise up early on. Kelvin taking those shots, but the glue walls need to get popped up early on in the game, and that's going to put them at a disadvantageous position later on, but they need to reach this compound that is held on by the side of Red Shoot XPG. Whether or not they will be able to do that is a tough one. Let's see if or not it gets easier.
Yeah. And Ru, it will get a great snipe, but Legend should be able to get that fallen member up. And yes, they do, Legend. They want no business with Red Shoot, and they will completely back off, which, again, in these kind of situations is the better call. Legends were not prepared, and they will need to find themselves some breathing space, and that's exactly the perfect decision, just to back away from that battlefield.
Yeah, a few players getting dropped early on, but 12 squads still running around in this map trying to get those placement points. 6 minutes in, we don't expect things to get even crazier than it already has been. It should continue at this pace, at the very least towards the 12 or 15 minute mark. Let's see which are those teams that managed to survive in here. Team Red Shoot, they will be pleased that they weren't taken down, and they will have a little bit more time to make their play in here. They haven't been able to do much, but they are about 7 points away from making it into the top 12. So a lot for them to still prove in this competition here, Aski.
Oh yeah, the top 12 is the bare minimum, but once you get into the top 12, it becomes about maintaining in top 12. And it doesn't matter whether you stay at 12th place or you progress further. You have to be in there by the time the league stage ends. and I think Red should, like you mentioned, has the best chance. But funny enough, we don't see too much of Red shoot. We're actually seeing more of like EGMX and 4X-Men, but not Red shoot.
Yeah. Well, let's see if or not they will be able to find their footing in here. Endzone MY managing to put themselves in a position where they will be able to take a fight against Overdose. But unfortunately for them, Overdose is the ones with the better positioning. They already have got the vantage point. Vertical advantage stands on their side. Let's see how this approach will come through. Fast skill, they are all good as they try to make it through into the next zone towards Bayfront. They wouldn't be having too much of a fight towards the next zone as they'll try to place themselves a little better. Ladies just playing at the very edge, trying to survive as long as possible. I think that's the best course of action for themselves at the moment. They have been able to pull some pretty good plays towards that midsection, slowly improving in the competition, but still quite a way to go, Husky. Hopefully this particular round will do them a little bit better, man. But EGMX still stuck underneath of Overdose LT, and they will try to make their way away, but Zeri might be able to catch them out here.
Yeah, Reza is out in the open. I think Zeri knows it. But yeah, he's not going to go for those shots though. Not confident that he could land them. And Reza, he does have the bike. So it's going to make their rotation a bit easier. And they really need to get out of that. You know, being stuck underneath the structure is probably the worst place to be in. You only have like what, two to three angles for a glue wall, and they will end up killing you regardless. But unfortunately for EGMX, they will drive straight into Freedom Rumble, and Napalm has already found Reza.
Beautiful vector takedown, and that's an immediate delete right after, and that just puts EGMX in an even tougher position. Seven Fingers trying to run the way across, avoiding Endzone MY, just one player right above them, but that's not going to be too much of an issue because a lot of cover right above their head, but they have reached the end of their cover, and they have to figure out exactly how they are going to be making their move right now, and they will just choose to run out here in the open fields, but keeping a very close edge towards just the end of that blue zone there, Husky.
Yeah, and they do have Endzone and White behind them, so I think they have to keep running. Eventually, these teams have to turn and fight because we are 10 minutes in and we have 12 squads left. So there's just way too many teams remaining on the map. And then that makes it a bit complicated. We have C Fast Q. They are going to run into Blacklist International. Freedom Rumble is also nearby. Off screen, Legend have ran into Red Shoot. But seems like Fast Q, they are the first one to make contact. But not with Blacklist though. They're actually fighting Freedom Rumble.
Okay, now let's see if or not Freedom Rumble will be able to take this fight on. Sem9 manages to drop Amy from Red Shoot, and Shura finishes him off. And that's a great start for Sem9 to move into the final zone with a couple of kills in the bag as well. Freedom Rumble, opportunity to take on Team Fastkill as well as Blacklist International all at the same time. Fastkill, they haven't been, shining through as much as they were in the early stages of the league. As we saw them take some tremendous starts, right? Crazy games. They took those records with those kills as well. But, in terms of consistency, they haven't been able to bring it through, game after game. But overall, sitting down in the 7th position, not too bad from their side at the moment, Husky.
I think it's fine. They are still considered in a decent spot. Though the dream is always to chase at top 5, right? Top 5 just sounds nicer. However, I think if you're in 7th place, you're not that far away from any other team. Just 2-3 good games will set you up for success. And it's just, again, the format that puts every team in a competitive position. You can have a great game, but if the next round you fall apart, you will just lose your spot.
Correct. Yeah, and they are literally 9 points away from the 5th position, and obviously the other teams will be able to pick points up for themselves through these games as well. These are, the top flight teams, so you don't expect them to, end up in the final zone without any kills as well, right? So you have to pick up way more than 9, but technically if you take a good game, like we have mentioned before, pick the Booyah up for yourself, get around an average of 8 to 10 kills in the bag, that puts you in a great position to jump up over all of the other teams in here, right? Because of, once again, the differential between those points that's available, based on your positioning, based on your performance game after game, keeps it so competitive. Blacklist International, Manflank trying to take those players out right in front of him, but EGMX just a little too sneaky with those airdrops, and they will be able to survive a little bit longer. But the longer this stretches on, the crazier that final battle is gonna be. Zeri gets knocked real quick, but whether or not Overdose will be able to pick him up, yes, they do grab him right back up, but Skyzo will go ahead to fall. Zeri back on the ground. It doesn't look good for Overdose, and it looks like they are all getting shut down. Endzone as well as EGMX attacking them at the very same time.
Yeah, but at the same time, Overdose are kind of retaliating alongside EGMX and Semnai joining in. But Endzone and MY, they themselves are getting as much kills as they can, and they will be the first team to get knocked out. Not without anything though, as they have been picking up those scraps from the get-go. So at least they bomb out with some points in the back. Semnai will be the one to finish them off, as Overdose LT will only have Fence being the survivor.
Yeah, EGMX is going to be able to pick up another easy point off of Fence. Depending on how they play this, they do need to move as well, but they will have a few more seconds to spend. 8 more seconds to be very specific. Sem9 holding on to a compound of their own, but they don't really have to worry about it too much because they do have the zone. Fast kill right now, boys. Juice is already on the ground. They are trying to take down Eternal Watch and Land. It's going to be boys with the backstab. Afik! Maske manages to take boys down. Afik trying to run for his life, pulls out the time turner as well. Will he be able to survive? Yes, he does, but for a few more seconds. Will he be able to turn around and just change things for his side? He doesn't need to because he is not being pursued. Manflank goes in for the shots on 2v2, doesn't get the drop, but Augie will get knocked down by Phoenix and his beautiful nade. V2 right now getting picked up. Beautiful play by Phoenix, gets the nade, Augie!
Phoenix goes huge for sure. That nade could not have been better. And Blacklist International shows why Kalahari is their playground. This is Blacklist International's world, and we're just living in it. Ladies being the team to get knocked out next, as Legends will be the perpetrator. But now Legends have to try to get into the safe zone. Blacklist International just taking every single team up in their challenge. They see Sem9 on the radar, but unfortunately for Blacklist, they'll have to move. For that, they'll have to finish off Freedom Rumble, because Freedom Rumble, they're here for their second booyah.
Is this gonna happen? What a circle to end up with. Blacklist International waiting for the approach coming in here from Freedom Rumble. Those nades are gonna be popped first. It's gonna be Legend Vegeta taking on the shots against Red Shoot. XPG, are they gonna get dropped? No, Sen surviving for a little bit more, but right there behind him, Sem9. Sen OP just drives through him, but Miro will be able to drop Sen. Gets the delete as well. Sem9 trying to rage on as they look for the booyah, but nades being popped towards them. Orin drops him with the grenade launcher, and Sem9 has met their match. Legend Kai dropping in, closing in the gap, but a nade will be tossed as well. Sem9 trying to play the game of survival as they'll fight this, but they are out in the open. Those glue walls being expanded as well as can they survive this? This just got a little bit more heated. Kai got taken down by Zen OP, and Sem9 is fighting back.
Yeah, and Sem9, they need to get out of this predicament as soon as possible, because the rest of the teams are also piling in. Freedom Rumble on the other side, taking on Blacklist International, but Sem9 caught in crossfire. Cobra turns around, and Calvin does not stand a chance. Legends still in this game. 4 teams fighting for their lives, and the circle is completely gone. Cobra will do the finisher, but Sem9 will have to try and fight through Legends, and also the blue zone. They're all forced into the center, and only one team will remain. Phoenix is gonna take on Freedom Rumble on the other side. Blacklist, they're gonna fight all of these guys at once, but they will not stand, and they're out. Freedom Rumble still alive. Legend as well. Sem9 caught behind the blue walls, and they will be knocked out. Freedom Rumble looking for the second booyah, and Shura is the last hope for Sem9. With only 10 and 17 health to work with, Freedom Rumble will come in, and they back 2 in a row. Freedom Rumble on their way to first place.
Sem9, brah!
Sem9, oh!
Hey, it's good, my man, it's good, my man. I did it once, you did it once, but it's the same 2 teams. Sem9 picking up the booyah for themselves. X-Miro, Newbie, XMRD, Zenop, as well as Shura. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, don't worry about the photo that we are showing you, but it will all be good, because the booyah is exactly what they wanted. And here's the thing though, I made a mistake by calling out the team that picked the booyah up in game number 1, but the statement that I made was was still standing true. Sem9 managed to pick that number 1 spot after game number 1, and they managed to hold on to that number 1 spot at the end of game 2 as well, Husky.
The kill feed throw me. All I saw was Freedom Rumble, but hey, it's like Blacklist International against Sem9. I think Blacklist won that match. It has always been Blacklist, but now we see Freedom Rumble. A new challenger has risen. It's fair. It's a 1-to-1 now. You know, you made one call, I made one call, but
Fair
so
enough.
maybe the next round is Freedom Rumble. It could be.
Unmute yourself.
Hello,
Tash
hello,
Bunny.
Tash. Hello. Hi.
Whoops, so sorry. I was wondering, like, why are you guys not replying to me? Am I being ignored? I mean, like, it's not like AJ has never done it before. But to go back to that just now, I just want to say that I was right, Husky. It is FRU's map. Sorry.
But it was Sem9 who got it.
No, oh my god, the ending though, the
Yeah.
disrespect
the ending.
that came in with the side. I was like, sir, did you really just knife the guy to death?
Disrespect
oh my god.
or OP 200 IQ gameplay, because
I'll go
Free
with
Fire seems to be a straightforward game, but aiming in the mobile game itself, you need to have a little bit of a distance between yourself as well as your opponent if you have them up
Exactly.
close and personal. Unless you have the double vectors or the shotgun in your hand, it gets a little bit more complicated. Pulling out the sight was the perfect play for him. He goes in for the slice. The response doesn't come through, even though his opponent has got a gun in his hand. A perfect way to take the win for himself, right? Sem9.
It was such,
Go on, Husky.
it was such a close match. Oh, sorry, Husky.
I mean,
So sorry.
if he managed to fool me, so Sem9 has proven that they are still the contenders, right? Yesterday was not the best day. It took them a while, but I am not complaining at all. Like, he fooled me in a very great way. I am not ashamed. I'm not ashamed of crowning Freedom Rumble. The team. I mean, they've already gotten one booyah, so not much was lost.
Yeah, fair enough.
But let's talk a little bit about FRU this match though. They are actually more aggressive than usual. They were just getting kills left and right. It's just really unfortunate that we didn't get to see most of them, but it's like all the way the kill feed. FRU getting one kill, FRU eliminating another kill, FRU in the kill lead. I was like, what is going on with them? Their confidence level is what I want to be talking about. Like, you can actually tell how a team is confident or not just by like how many kills they get or how aggressive they are. Watch and Learn is one team that's super, I can feel it's very, very confident, as well as Sem9 and Fastkill. They are definitely the teams that are more aggressive than usual. And I really kind of hope to see more teams going that way, and we are. Freedom Rumble getting a little bit more aggressive. I like seeing that, but LGD, I feel, again, getting the short end of the stick every single time. They really tried. They truly did, but like they just got, honestly, they just got stuck in that little corner there, and they can't really go everywhere. They go this way, there's a team. They go that way, there's a team. They go the other way, there's the blue zone. So what can they do, right?
Yeah, I feel like, Legend, they played this round so much better than their previous games. Making it to the final zone itself is a testament to how much of an improvement they've made. You usually don't see Legend in that final zone. They are usually used as feed at the starting of the game so that these other teams can move into the final zone. So it's good to see them there. The fight that they were taking up against Sem9, though, unfortunate for them, because the pressure of that blue zone with multiple glue walls in front of them, and they had to take such, crazy CQC fights, which once again in Free Fire is just a little bit difficult if you don't have the right, weapons on you, and they just couldn't make the cut into the final play, right? But so much of an improvement compared to their previous games, Sasuke, don't you think?
Well, a good thing about Freedom Rumble from if you compare it now to MCP is that they went from meme team to dream team. Remember MCP Major?
100%.
We were unapologetically making fun of them. But in a good way, because they had a lot of moments. I think right now, the X Freedom Rumble is the current Legend. They make a lot of moves that are great moves if it works out, but it never did. So that was Freedom Rumble during MCP, and now that team is Legend.
Okay, now for now, let's have a look at the replay right now. Husky, would you mind kind of like letting us know what's going on in this?
Oh, this was something that we didn't get to see, but it's FSK, I believe, pushing into Eternal Watch and Learn during, as we're approaching, the final few phases. This is Circle 4, so when you're in Circle 4 and there's only 11 teams, you can expect the kill feed to light up and have a lot more things going on. And fast kill, true to their name,
was great.
takes down into the watch and learn. But this is probably the best moment in the game. We didn't get to see Phoenix toss the nade, but his nade took out the entirety of EGMX. Like, he himself wiped out 4 guys.
Right, so let's have a look at this one. This is actually one of like LGD's kind of like best plays in my opinion. AJ, kind of like tell me about what's going on in this clip right here.
Yeah, and this was Freedom Rumble, right? Making that final flush, but unfortunately, Joiker would be the one guy left standing. But look at how the zone just didn't favor Freedom Rumble. And just the same situation that Legend was placed in, where they got snuffed out there, Freedom Rumble was going in for that push as well. But Sem9, man, he pulls out the sight at the
Oh
very
my
end.
goodness.
And that was melee going up against a gun. And, you know, sometimes they say don't bring a knife to a gunfight. This was the other way around.
Yeah,
I
bring
honestly
a
thought
knife. Bring a scythe.
I honestly thought Joker got it, you know. Like,
Me
from
too,
the-
actually, yeah.
We were looking at Shura's perspective. Yeah, we are looking from this perspective, and I honestly thought that Joker got it, but well, I guess I was wrong.
didn't.
I was dead.
The jump threw him off. Let's be real. The jump and then the slice. That was actually really smart, as AJ said, a 300 IQ play right there. But for now, let's have a look at the round standings. Match 2, Group A versus Group B, Sem9.
Wow.
Look at their points here. With 1 Booyah, 12 points. 8 kill points, 20 points, but Freedom Rumble also matching the kill points, also with 8 kills this time around. You can actually see how aggressive these teams are actually going this time around, and Freedom Rumble gets 2nd place with 17 points. Legend this time around, this is definitely one of their better games yet. 3rd place this time with 8 points, 6 kill points, and 14 points. As well, you can see how Legend is actually improving as well and getting a lot more kills, and this is what I want to see from Legend. How Freedom Rumble is playing is what I want to see coming from Legend, coming from, like, you know, brother teams. So now let's have a look at Blacklist International. Despite their best efforts, they actually had some really great kills in my opinion here. Unfortunately, making it only to 4th place with 5 kills, 7 points, and 12 points total. Eternal Watch and Learn much better this time around with 6 points in 5th place. Red Shoot PXG Extreme also tied at 6 points in 6th place. Enigmax All-Star also looking way better this time around. I think they're having a really good day with 5 points. Ladies as well, not too much seen, but they didn't get any kills, but they just managed to survive up to 8th place, lending them 5 points. And I feel like this is a great way for them, because I feel like maybe, you know, going aggressive is not really working out for them. So they're just trying to play it safe until they can figure out how they can go about these teams, which I am totally all for that. Endzone Mai, 9th place with 4 points. Fast Kill as well, 4th points with 10th place. Overdose LT, not too great with 1 point. And Seven Fingers as well, 1 point. Everyone going back to the lobby with at least a point each. No one with eggs in their basket this time around. So that's pretty good to see here. So after this, guys, we'll be seeing Group A versus Group C. What are you guys expecting from that match?
I expect it to be so much more slower pace than Group A versus B, but I don't know how that is going to be, because that was already slow pace. That was
pretty slow.
Yeah, 12 squads fighting towards zone number 5. And that's something that we usually see happening when Group A takes on Group C, because that's where your big guns come in, right? You've got Secret Movement in there, you've got Auto Knockout, you've got Geek Fam, you've got Sorry Raw, who hasn't been a top flying team, but they are the team that is able to take some of these big fights and surprises with some of those wins that they're able to get, right? So Group C definitely is a game changer, and Group A will be looking to take a much more slower pace. But if you slow it down any more than what we already saw, I don't think it's possible, right? I just love the pace that the competition is growing in, Tash.
Yeah, that's right. So Husky, what do you think?
I think the same. A versus C is generally slower. There's a lot more tacticality when you look at A and C. People are just more strategic, especially when you have, again, Geek Fam, one of the teams that you want them to fight CQC, no problem. But until that happens, they prefer to be the chess masters.
Right, okay, but for now, let's have a quick break, and we are gonna be right back with our 3rd match of the day, A versus C. We'll see you guys later.
kill. Solitary kill.
Bane.
I did it again! I am so sorry. Can I have a redo on that? Okay, here we go. Hello
You're
and
not
welcome
Britney
back
Spears.
to the FFMC 2021. Let's ignore Husky right there. I'm Tash Betty, your host for today, alongside the super salty casters that I have for today, Husky and AJ. It started off as
No,
awesome and now it
it's-
turned salty.
It's AJ. It's not me. It's AJ.
I just want to say something to you guys. The amount
What?
of times I've heard the song playing.
This is where we draw the line, right? I have no complaints.
There
but
was a
AJ
line?
does, so he's the salty
There was a
one.
line. I thought.
No,
Okay, whatever. So far, Sem9 has absolutely blown my mind, all right?
Way to
'Cause,
change the subject, sir.
Yeah, I mean, compared to where they were yesterday, compared to how much they were able to pull off yesterday, they start
Yes,
today
absolutely.
solid. Game number 1 to get that number 1 spot. Game number 2 to solidify their lead at that number 1 spot.
Right.
And now if Blacklist International wants to catch up, they need to get 15 points more than whatever Sem9 can pull off in game number 3, right? And will Blacklist
Right.
International have an opportunity? Yes, they will. Will the side of Sem9 have an opportunity? They will not. We will have to wait for game number 5 of the day.
Right. So the thing is about them is that they already played 2 matches today, and that's why every single match counts. Because right now they've had 2 matches, but we haven't seen Group C, in action yet. So Group C still has 4, and if they're not careful, if they blow the last 2 matches of the day, then they will just lose their lead right there. Even though there are another 2 weeks to go. But for now, let's have a look at the group standings to see where exactly these players stand. Because I want to see. Actually, just really want to see the bottom teams go up. But here we are with Sem9 currently taking the lead. AJ was absolutely right over here, giving them 188 points and taking the spot of Blacklist International where they were for the past 2 days. Here with 4 booyahs, 98 placement points, 90 kill points. Look at the amount of kill points they have so far above the other teams. And now not too far behind is Blacklist International now with 173 points with 72 kill points and 101 placement points with 4 booyahs so far. Freedom Rumble just climbing back to 3rd place right now with 172.79 kills. Kick Fam now falling off to number 4, but they haven't had their matches today. Right now with the same points as yesterday, 164 points, and 10 behind is AKO as well. Eternal Watch and Lure now dropping to 6th place. Mind you, they've played 2 for today, and they have another 2 chances to climb back up today with 143 points. Fast Kill now in 7th place, 137 points. And Sorry Roar now with 99 points. Full X-Men Expert 95. Really expecting great things from these two teams because despite them being a team that we didn't see in MCP majors, aren't exactly like the most mainstream teams in Malaysia right now, they have had some pretty intense moments, some really great gameplay, and I really commend them for that. Overdose LT as well, they had some really good times as well, and unfortunately today, not really their best games, hoping for the best for them for their games later. Secret Movement now in 11th place, 90 points. End Zone Mai with Legend with 75 points alongside Red Shoot PXG Extreme. Ladies now back in 15th place, 65 points. STP Son of Gun, I'm expecting more from them, let's be real here. We haven't really seen so much from them. There was one game where they almost got something but didn't really make it out. I want to see more. So 60 points, 64 points for them. Enigmax All-Star 62 now. They're climbing so far away compared to Seven Fingers. They are now about 30 points ahead. It's gonna be a challenge trying to get back to the 30 points, especially they're not exactly landing booyahs. They're not exactly getting kills. So how are they going to be able to catch up with the rest? Because everyone else is way ahead of them. What can they do to not have that gap being too far? What do you guys think?
Well, be a little bit more consistent, right, Husky? I mean, it's been the topic that has been on our minds for a long time, but obviously easier said than done. But there are certain rules that you can follow within a battle royale itself, such as preparing in advance, right? Plotting out your path towards the next zone and playing that game of survival first and taking a little bit, more of a command in, your surroundings. Because we did see at a certain part in the previous game during the highlights, Red Shoot PXG, they didn't even see that shot coming in from the side, right? We saw a player just didn't. And that's something that, the teams want to look out for as well. Positioning, because it doesn't matter if you get to the zone first, but if you're out in the open and you're only watching one side, not covering your back, not depending on your teamwork to make sure your compound is fully secured, you're not going to be able to maintain your points either way. So that's something that they really need to look into. How to get in there first and how to secure the compound will surely help them go a long way.
Right. What about you, Husky? What's your opinion?
I think this is like what AJ said, right? Being able to to move as a unit is one thing, but afterwards, when you reach a compound, you need to have a way to lock it down, and that's where the real challenge is. Because it's like you have a house and someone breaks in, you need to know how to defend yourself, and if you can't do it, they are just gonna walk away with whatever you have.
Right, for now, let's have a look at match 3, Group A versus Group C. Quickly, real quick, any quick predictions you guys have before we hop into the game?
Tough one, man. Don't
Fast.
put us on the spot. Geek
Fast. Geek fam? Okay, what about you, Husky?
AKO.
Okay, so we'll have to watch and see. So I'm gonna pass the mics to you guys, our casters. I'm Touch Bunny, and I'm gonna just back off for now.
Thank goodness you are. We love you.
You're horrible person.
Yeah, she knows we love her. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Flight Path are going to be coming through and cutting in here all the way towards Shipyard from the clock tower, giving the teams the opportunity to pick anywhere they want. Leaving sites like Cape Town as well as Kraton a little bit too far out of reach, as well as, increasing the possibilities of some of these teams sharing the same drop zone. One of those teams might just be Ladies as well as Geek Fam, but thankfully for the Ladies, they pull away from that fight a little bit early. Observatory fully controlled by Geek Fam right now, and the Ladies are definitely making the right choice here, Husky.
Yeah, I definitely feel so, right? You can't have two teams, well, at least, what was Observatory? Yeah, Ladies made the right choice, but 4X-Men, they are trapped, and they have to, fight against Geek Fam for sure.
Okay, early meal for Geek Fam. All will 4X-Men be able to show is that Geek Fam is just one of those opponents that, you don't really need to fuss and worry about too much today, because they are in here to play those experiments. And it's going to be Haziq looking for a couple of weapons for himself. The loot's just not going in the way of Geek Fam as of now. 4X-Men Expert might have to pull away from this battle. They are very dangerously at the edge of the observatory there.
Yeah, as long as they don't get caught up by Geek Fam, things should be fine. And both teams actually making their move. 4X, man, like you mentioned, they're the first one to try and back off. But sometimes in the process of doing so, you would have to sacrifice one or two guys. And seems like Jilbab would be the scapegoat to ensure his team's safety.
Well, it is the side of 4X-Men Expert just giving the compound over to GeekFam. Not a bad choice there. GeekFam will be able to take it out of their cold dead hands if they don't willingly give it up. So it's a fair play there for them to survive a little bit longer. But I do not agree with the strategy of breaking apart, though, as they try to survive a little longer here, Husky.
Yeah, I never really liked the idea of playing apart, especially when you can't really hold your own. There are certain situations that we went through that could work, and I think this is one of them. You can always get to cover more ground. You know that when you look around and no one is around you, maybe you can do that.
Let's see if or not Bermuda will belong, or at the very least, if the 4X-Men Expert can call Bermuda one of those maps that they can survive for a little while longer, even if the first team that they take on happen to be the Kings of Malaysia. Show you still looking around for the players of 4X-Men Expert. And here's one thing, right? I feel like 4X-Men Expert have already won this battle. If the fact that GeekFam hasn't already killed them, they're in a good position right now.
Yeah, I guess you can put it that way. So surviving is a form of victory. You get some extra points. Ladies, even though they moved away early, they are still not out of the woods just yet, as they run into secret movement, and Faraz will be the first one to pick up their first blood.
There's just one though. Will the ladies be able to respond accordingly? 4X-Men Expert still waiting for GeekFam to make the approach. But this is going to be not a Mexican standoff. It's just going to be a regular standoff that we are not really going to be expecting much out of. But 4X-Men Expert, they have got one player up front who, if attacked, the other players can come in here for the backup. But Baby Boo drops Faraz. Beautiful play, but Akif will be able to take her back down. And Meima as well as Anish, can they make this play? Baby Boo gets snuffed out. Two more ladies standing here for the only women's team in the competition. And I guess that is all it for the ladies.
To be fair, now that I think of it, we hardly see the ladies getting being the first team to get eliminated, which is a good thing. Right?
Yeah.
They surprisingly are still in, I think, 50-60 place, but Seven Fingers not so lucky though. Up against Eternal Watch and Learn, and Eternal Watch and Learn, they have not had a good first two rounds, and they are here for a bit of payback and to gather some frags for themselves. These two teams ran into each other the last game, but this time Eternal Watch and Learn wants to make themselves the clear winners, and they have done so. Lee Mok is the last man alive, but Eternal Watch and Learn have already seen him, and they will now try to hunt him down.
Yeah, speaking of teams that get taken down first, right? And then Seven Fingers just pop up on your screen. This team has got the greatest streak in the Free Fire Malaysia Championship at the moment, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, for being the first squad to get taken out round after round after round. But what? Fast kill, getting their exit ticket right after Blacklist International plays a visit to them right off screen. I did not expect that.
Yeah, me neither. Fast Q, a team that rarely, gets knocked out early on, but the playstyle can be really punishing if you slip up. And probably this is one of those situations where Fast Q was just not able to adapt not able to hit the bricks in time, and they got severely punished for that.
Yeah, especially against a team like Blacklist International, right? Early on, they are really strong. And on top of everything else, they've got the Black Cobra in here. I don't know who were those players who managed to get those skills, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We didn't really see or pay attention to it much because there was another fight going on. But hopefully, when we take a peek at them, we should be able to figure out roughly how the particular takedown happened based on who were those players that got those skills. Because if anything, Blacklist International is one of those teams that, each and every single individual player has got a specific task within the game itself. You've got your scout out there, you've got your sniper, you've got, the Black Cobra just purely for those CQC moments, and they lock down each and every single one of their roles perfectly game after game, which shows exactly why they are one of the top teams in this competition, SK.
Yeah, absolutely. And Blacklist, they only managed to gather, I think, 20 points in total across the first 2 rounds. So they are definitely hungry for more. 20 points is like 1 round's worth of points on a good day for Blacklist International. And the fact that they were not able to achieve that is already a sign that Blacklist is kind of underperforming.
Yeah. Ooh, secret movement now. Taking up is down, but that's just a knock. No delete in here just yet. Is Geek Fam gonna have a handicap right at the start of this game? Secret movement looking to do that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Eternal watch and love. Faraz! Apis has gotten eliminated already. The delete has come through, and this is not somewhere where Geek Fam wants to be. Exact now getting taken down as well. Secret movement, the one that get this completed. Show you running with his tails between his legs, but he will see Exact getting taken down. Hazik as well as show you, can they play a 2-man survival gameplay here? They will be able to do it as Secret Movement will back away. They've eaten enough and they've already pushed their luck as far as they can push it. They will not look to be taking any much more from the side of Geek Fam.
Oh, absolutely. Secret Movement sprung the trap and it caught the biggest possible prey in FFMC, and that is definitely Geek Fam. And now with Geek Fam crippled, other teams will have way more opportunities to try and nail a couple more points. We know for a fact that no matter how good you are as a team, when you lose members early on, it hampers your ability to play the game the way that you want to. And Geek Fam right now, they got to go into a complete power saving mode.
Oi! Oh, fan cry getting killed there. Straight up, man. Straight up. No, the speed of the knock and the delete dropping right back through, because I expected STP to be able to respond a little bit more, but a lot of these battles are happening off screen, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, which we do have to apologize for. Please do bear with us as we try to fix a couple of things in the background to bring you all of that non-stop action. But don't worry, I'll be screaming all of that action out for you together with Husky, so we should be able to keep up with even stuff that happens off screen. You know, Geek Fam with 2 players down, I would agree that it is a disadvantageous position to be in, but you know, this is Geek Fam. This is the team that has managed to go on those 2-2 splits in the spas and has managed to be able to take the victory as well. So I'm not too fussed about them, right? I do believe that Geek Fam will still be able to make it into that final circle, and they are holding on to the mid side of that map towards Bhima Sakti Stream, and that's just going to be putting the advantage into their hands, right? No matter what, the zone isn't going to be moving too far away from them, Husky.
Yeah, I think they can still sneak in. You know, they won't, like you mentioned, right? They will have the zone with them. Even if they don't get a lot of kills this game, as long as they get some decent position points, I think they will be happy. You know, when you're at a disadvantaged position, you just gotta get whatever scraps that you can find.
Yeah. Exactly, man. Now, Sorry Raw now, running across the players of Overdose LT, who are surprisingly not going in here for the engage, although they have managed to spot a couple of players going in for the cross. Hazik and as well as Shoyu, they might be in trouble. 2 players from Blacklist International on towards the approach. Cobra, the fact that Cobra X is here, remember earlier when I mentioned we didn't manage to catch the fight, but to see who took those. Oh, Phoenix getting a knock on to Shoyu. Blacklist International, here comes the delete, and they won't be able to get the delete on to show you. One final player from Geek Fam, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, will be able to survive a little bit longer, but even Blacklist International will be in trouble. Here comes Eternal Watch and Learn to pick the kill off of them instead. Phoenix manages to get Hazik out of the game, and now Blacklist International, 3 players have to see exactly what sort of questions Eternal Watch and Learn poses towards them.
Yep, and Demon will start it off with the elimination of Clanks. Blacklist International wiped out Geek Fam, but now with only 2 men left alive, they have to take on the rest of Eternal Watch and Learn and Cobra. He sees Raja, and when you know that when you want to take on Cobra, you have to be slow and methodical. And Eternal Watch and Learn know that. They will regroup temporarily, but with Cobra and Phoenix alive, these 2 are deadly enough, as deadly as a full squad. So Eternal Watch and Learn, they gotta be careful going up against Blacklist.
Well, Eternal, wait, what? Cobra X getting a long shot onto Venom 96, and he gets the delete as well. This guy is freaking unreal, ladies. This guy is freaking unreal. Are we going to be able to see Cobra X just sweep everybody off their feet?
Oh,
Demon
here it
76
goes.
getting knocked down once again. Cobra X puts the kill on, pulls out the glue wall, surviving. Raja brings on the fight, but Cobra X still surviving. 3,000 damage. This glue wall will be able to absorb. Cobra X will be able to come right back into the game. And right now, Raja
Oh my goodness.
getting dropped. Cobra strikes, and now the nade will be dropped right onto Cobra. Beautiful takedown by Maske. Gets the delete as well, but they are not out of it just yet. Eternal Watch and Learn trying to bring on the fight. Blacklist International will be able to at least play the survival gameplay here, Husky.
The only reason Blacklist International lost Cobra was that Phoenix was not there. If Phoenix was
Yeah.
there, I think Eternal Watch would have lost everyone. And even then, we saw Cobra. He almost wiped out Eternal Watch on his own. That was a 1 versus 4. And the fact that he was able to get 1 kill and 2 downs was impressive
Yeah.
enough. He just did not have enough time to go in for the finishing touches.
Yeah.
Good for Eternal Watch and Learn though. They are able to see Geek Fam getting taken out and also severely injure Blacklist International. So now they have put themselves in a very comfortable spot in this match.
Okay, now let's see exactly what 4X Man Expert will be able to pull off here. They continuously play the very edge of the blue zone, which I am personally not a big fan of, because they seem to get caught off time and time again onto the approach towards the next zone, and they get into these big fights, and they just allow the blue zone to wipe them out time and time again. I don't see how that works out in their favor at all, Yaski.
Me neither. Anyway, the blue zone is your biggest enemies. Your survival chances are severely lowered. We saw this a lot of times, even during the MCP Major. You can be the best team, you can be Geek Fam, you can be, Blacklist International. But when the blue zone is behind you and it forces you to start running, you are most likely going to be taken out. And no one's the wiser in that situation. But Phoenix, the lone survivor for Blacklist International, caught between 2 different teams. Wonder if he will survive that. But what we do know is that Secret Movement, who started off by taking out members of Geek Fam, will now have to face against the members of 4X.
Okay, now let's see if or not they will be able to get this Secret Movement. Have done well so far. 4 kills in the bag. Faraz will be able to put that pressure on Akif with a beautiful knock. Are we going to be able to see Meima now get away? She is on that bike, but Maske putting on all of those shots towards her. Runs out of the blue zone. Are we kidding ourselves, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, who think that the ladies can get out of this? Oh, yes, she does pull out the glue wall to survive for a little bit longer. Meima, what a play by the lady here so far.
Oh my
glue
goodness.
wall after glue wall after glue wall after glue wall. Meima still surviving. What a play by this lady. But finally, she gets taken down. Tapi kalah tak apa, style mesti ada, Husky.
That's the perfect demonstration of how to use the glue wall to deal with the blue zone. And obviously, resources do run out. But at the same time, Secret Movement wipes out 4X Men. They already have 8 kills in the bag. Secret Movement looking absolutely great. But at the start of before this round, you wanted to see Geek Fam, they're already out. But I want to see AKO, and AKO, they're smack in the middle of the circle. We are gonna get a Bimasaki strip finish, and it's the perfect way to kick off this group in Bermuda.
Oh, absolutely, man. Secret Movement, Akif, back in here, should be able to heal himself, and he does exactly that. Roy, the one who started the attack onto Blacklist International yesterday, the surprise wipe on them, is still alive in here. And auto knockout is 4-man strong. Fenix still able to survive for the side of Blacklist International. Yat moving in towards him really slow. But this is a situation that I do not expect Blacklist International to survive in much longer. Axel, beautiful shot, gets the delete onto the player from Overdose LT as well. Gets another delete onto Overdose LT as well. What a play by Axel. It's going to be Lemon. Secret Movement into the crosshairs as well. Auto knockout with the prime position. Vertical advantage. And they take one after another, Husky.
It feels like Axel is playing Sniper Elite at this point. They do have a trip mine. I think Too Fast was holding it just now, so maybe they would be able to cover their flanks. And AKO, they have a couple of teams to worry about. They have Overdose LT, they have Eternal Watch and Learn, and also Sorry Raw. But I think Sorry Raw will do the deed by challenging Overdose LT, and it's going to give Secret Movement some time to move in. But Skyzo has been spotted out by AKO, and Lemon has his crosshair on that glue wall. Skyzo is the only one left alive. He has a nade there, but he has no chance to prop it. And Exo with a third snipe is actually he actually wiped out the entirety of the team. We saw that quad kill, and this high ground advantage is just proving so good for AKO. But guess who is on the horizon? It's Eternal Watch and Learn.
Oh, look at the play coming in from Lemon, man. He knows exactly who's coming in from the back. It's going to be Eternal Watch and Learn. Glue Wall Games coming in here right now with a quick toss of the nade. And Maske is going to be in trouble. Nade lands, but does not hit either one of them. Demon76 does have got the double vectors on him. So Lemon needs to be a little bit more careful, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. A 2-on-1 situation. Lemon tries to back away. Glue Wall's being popped up, but it will be a waste. Eternal Watch and Learn not going in for the shots just yet.
Oh,
Roy,
boy.
on the other hand, will be able to go in onto Secret Movement, snuffing out those waves back to back. Blacklist International still alive in here. Secret Raw takes down Victory from Secret Movement. Phoenix is still alive and kicking as Yard gets taken out. Blacklist International, how are they still alive here?
And Sorry Roy is almost alive as well. And Exo too fast takes down Eternal Watch and Learn. And Roy, he's actually trapped on the low ground, but yes, his buddies backing him out. Blacklist International
Phoenix,
pushing
what?
into Sorry Raw. Phoenix taking out Donkey, and Mantai will finally put it to an end. And it's now Sorry Raw against AKO. We've talked about these two teams. They are both on my radar, but AKO seems like they're going in for the kill. Too Fast is pushing in. Fix is alive, but he has to guard that doorway. That don't runs out. Too Fast will have a chance, and in fact, he's going in with a grenade launcher, and he gets the knockdown. And Too Fast is looking to nail it in for AKO. He gets the quad, and Sorry Roar will not survive. And what did I say, AJ? What did I say? Oh no, knockout. They're gonna take this booyah.
Oh, what a freaking play, man! Axel, your MVP, Lemon, Too Fast, as well as Roy, with the crazy backup back-to-back. The grenade launcher was used to perfection, and nothing could stop Auto Knockout onto that final circle. They blazed all the way through. Eternal Watch and Learn trying to take them out. Team after team trying to take them out. Almost the whole of Overdose LT taken out by the one guy named the Axel. Crazy plays from them in here today, Oscar.
And nothing puts a smile on their face other than starting out the day with a booyah. And Auto Knockout continues to be a force to be reckoned with. The steady squad, and now they are steadier than ever. They are a solid team, and they just feel absolutely ecstatic. And again, Excel. Now I can't believe we didn't put him as a priority yesterday, but he has definitely made it clear that he should be the one that we look out for. And I think Tash agrees with me. And she is muted again.
I tell you, Tash,
I feel like this
you
has
are going to become a
meme.
meme.
That's a hat trick. In
Jinx,
football, we
you owe
call
me a
that a
soda
hat
and
trick.
everything with it.
Every single round. Oh my god. But yeah, going back to Husky's kid, totally agree. And that was honestly such a great match. The beginning, as you had predicted, AJ, very slow, but it did get very interesting toward the end because of the slow beginning, because of how everyone's just trying to survive. We're getting like more and more teams toward the end, which gets some intense matches. But let's talk a little bit about Cobra, how he was the only member left from Blacklist International and did not go down without a fight, nearly wipes out the entire team. But it's just so unlucky toward the last part of the match. If only he was able to finish them off one by one, I feel like he could have easily just like wiped them off altogether. Like one thing teams need to know when handling Cobra is that they cannot go one by one. They need to go all in at once, because he's the kind of person that knows how to isolate the enemies one by one, getting himself kills, and then just killing.
Yeah.
Do you want to do it, or do you want me to do it?
You have the honor. Do the honors, my friend. I don't know what you want to do, so you can do it.
It was Phoenix, the one that was alive and kicking for the side of Blacklist International for a while.
Oh my god!
It's okay.
But it's okay. It's okay. Exactly what I was about to say. I had my time. Aski had his time. And now it's your turn, man. I mean, you're a double meme because of the muting too, though.
Yeah, Cobra got abandoned by Phoenix, but she still made a good point, right? We did see Cobra almost 1v4 Eternal Watch and Learn. Phoenix abandoned him. I think the comms that time was Cobra knowing that if they stick together, they probably will get wiped, right? So he just asked Phoenix to run, and he's gonna try and survive, those superhero, those anime plots. But he almost did it. he almost did it. You know, he almost
It was a
won
Tamil
Yeah.
movie, bro. It was like a Bollywood
Tamil
movie,
movie,
like
yeah?
unfolding.
Okay.
Yeah, like run, Baya, run, and and Phoenix just went running, and he survived. That's the best part. And this was that play, right? Yeah,
this is the
and
one.
Phoenix
Let's have a look at it.
starts things off with a nade onto a player from the side of Geek Fem, but he was already
Right.
quite far away. And as soon as they
Right.
knew that the play was coming in here from Eternal Watch and Learn, Cobra X just tells him, you know what, bro, you continue on your path. I've got this. And dude, did he have it
Look at
in
this.
his hands?
So close.
God.
That's
That's
Yeah.
insane. That nade, it was just only that nade that gets him. If he didn't get hit by that, I feel like he could have just dropped basket as well. Like that's it. There it is. So this as well, Eternal Watch and Learn this time round has been crazy. Just look how they move together. The synergy in this round is just so
Yeah.
good. How they get the kills. But unfortunately, AKO comes out on top for this one. Secret movement as well. And honestly, I feel really sorry for Geek Fam in particular. One team after the next that they were all big teams. They were just their RNG this time around was just not good. It wasn't because they were not good. It was just they were just getting outplayed like crazy with the traps and getting caught out. Super unfortunate for them.
Yeah. Auto knockout needed about roughly how many points? 34 points to get up to that number 1 spot, right? And they got 13 kills, and that was not the end of the game just yet. Towards the end, I believe a total of 15 kills. 15 plus 12, 27
There we
kills
go.
up on the
27.
board from the 34 that they needed to get into the number 1 spot. Crazy
Exactly.
performance.
So close. Super close. So you can see here,
Yeah.
1 Booyah, 12 points, 15 kills. Currently, the highest kill count we've seen in this tournament is 16 by 2 kills. I think one of them was Blacklist, and I can't remember which team is the other one. That's crazy. Blacklist
I think it's
International takes
Freedom
number 2.
Rumble.
Crazy this time round. Oh yeah, Freedom Rumble, that's right.
Yeah.
With 9 kills, 17 points. Look at the difference in points between number 1 and 2. That's 10 points difference. That's a huge gap over there. So 17, now with 14 points each is Secret Movement, Eternal Watch and Learn. Eternal Watch and Learn is the team that has been consistently landing first place in the last few matches. I don't think it's a bad thing, honestly, because they went out with honestly, not a bad amount of points. It's enough to propel them far enough forward. You don't necessarily need the win. So long as you're consistently getting points, consistently collecting, that's all that honestly matters, in my opinion. See here, Sorry Roar. So close this time round. Despite them, I think they got second place, right?
Yeah,
this time
second
round.
place, yeah.
They still managed to get 5th place because they only got 3 points. So it just goes to show that kill points is just as important as placement points. Overdose LT this time round, it's 6th place, 4 placement points, 1 kill only. For X-Men Expert playing the survival game, no kills, getting 5 points. Ladies with 3 points, STP Son of Gun 2 points, 1 point each for Fast Kill and Geek Fam. So unfortunate for these two giants. We need to see them do better because I'm sure there's a lot of pressure being the biggest teams in the tournament. But I feel like it's while there is a pressure, having that reputation does it means a lot. It means a lot, especially if you're a big team.
It does.
So they need to really show why they were the best ones before. I understand that it gets harder because every season the meta change, every season people get better, but they need to consistently show why they're on top, or else lose the reputation. They'll just be known as the has-beens, and I honestly don't want to see that for them. I don't want to see them for them.
I doubt that'll happen, though. I
I
really doubt that'll happen.
we doubt that will happen. But like what they have is the titles of Malaysia's only team going to FFWS. They need to show why they were there. You know what I'm trying to say? And I don't doubt they have it in them. But we probably won't be seeing anything big until next week.
Yeah.
That's how the pattern is. When they come back, it's going to be really crazy because that's what we saw in MCP Majors. So for now, let's move on to something a little bit lighter, a little bit more happier. Let's give away some skins. AJ, I know I love how you hype up the skins, so why don't you do it?
Yeah, boy. 2 times Playboy Gunbox, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You guys can claim it for yourselves anytime. FFMC 6UR5ZNJQ. If you didn't catch that as I was reading it out, please take a quick screenshot and redeem it for yourself. You should be able to do it by today, but the earlier the better for yourselves.
Right,
Yeah,
that's right. So let's go. Sorry, go on.
Oh, sorry, yeah, and it's not first come first serve. We got a better update. If you think the skin isn't good enough, you can actually claim 2 of them.
Yeah.
So type it fast. You can actually get both of them. And that's what Playboy does, right? You get all for yourselves.
Oh my god, I can't believe you just pulled that. Okay,
Let's
I wanted
not
to
do
ask you something, Hasbi. I actually wanted to ask you something.
Right.
So what did you think about Geek Fam's performance so far? Like, what's your opinion? Like, are they playing because, like, you know, like past patterns being week 1 and week 2, they're not so great? Or do you think, like, if they don't be careful, they might be left behind?
For this season, I would say yes. For this season, they have to be a bit more careful. I think, you know, it's understandable that we are a bit harsh on them because they are the best team. So we are nitpicking on the small mistakes, which I'm not complaining. But we have seen this Geek Fan before, and it was unfortunate that Secret Movement just ambushed them from the get-go. I still have faith that they will come back. So just give them a bit more time. You know, a slow start is nothing new to Geek Fan. It's not their first rodeo, but this second game is where we want to see Geek Fam bounce back a bit.
Yeah.
That's right. So for now, we're going to head on to the 4th match of today, Group A versus Group C. We're going to go to Kalahari. So for now, I'm going to pass the mic to our awesome casters, Husky and AJ. Take it away.
Appreciate it, Dash Bunny. And, you know, that was just match number 1 for Geek Fam, right? They still have 3 more opportunities in here to pick those points up for themselves. The RNG gods just weren't kind enough to them, and Eternal Watch and Learn wanted it a little bit more for themselves. But now Eternal Watch and Learn has to be a little bit more careful because Auto Knockout shares this drop zone with them, and it's not going to be an easy battle to take early on in the game.
Yeah, I mean, Auto Knockout has gotten that booyah, like you said, right? They needed like around 34 points, and they got 27. So this one, if they get an early wipe, they are in such a good spot. And it seems like Lemon is not gonna wait for it. And gotta be careful. Eternal Watch and Learn. You cannot stick your backside out like that. And those bullets, they do, you know, connect. AKO. Almost getting that early pickoff.
Sticking your butt out anywhere isn't a great idea, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. People will shoot it, all right? Right, getting shot at right now, but hasn't gotten taken down just yet. But that is the teaser that drops in from Eternal Watch and Learn. One player going in here for the quick flank from the side of Eternal Watch and Learn, but that's a very bad idea as Venom 96 gets dropped and deleted as well by Roy. Auto Knockout on fire. Are we going to be able to see Eternal Watch and Learn recover from that? Because that was a terrible play, Husky.
Yeah, Eternal Watch and Learn just not ready. Not ready for what AKO plans to do, and just smooth gameplay. Roy is like the smooth criminal of the team. Like he just slips into the night and he pops out and takes out members that, and you wouldn't even know he was there. I think Blacklist International got the demo version. You know, they were the first person at the front seat to witness what AKO was all about. Eternal Watch and Learn caught in a bad place, but Blacklist International Clanks was also under fire early on, I believe, from Overdose LT.
Let's see what they can pull off here for themselves. Of course, still very much early on in the game. None of these teams looking to get dropped, this quick. But it's not absolutely up in their hands unless, of course, they do choose to back away from some of these fights. Blacklist International with an opportunity to, aggress up against Overdose LT. And quite frankly, this is just going to be an early meal for, Black Cobra as well as his friends, right? Are they going to be able to pick these points up and at the same time stay safe? Because, the third partying hasn't really been kind to a few of these big teams in this competition so far. And the league stages with such a, composition of such strong teams who are able to, keep the competition so wide open here, Husky. It's definitely a danger to be looking out for.
Yeah. And Overdose LT, they don't seem like they have the intention to back off. And in fact, they are not afraid of Blacklist International. And this is exactly what I want to see. You can respect a team for being good, but you also have to honor their fame and their ability to become the better team by challenging them head on. And AKO about to challenge Eternal Watch and Learn between Demon and Too Fast. And Too Fast is too good. Lemon fights boys. Roy is bleeding out. I wonder if AKO can get to him. The answer is yes. Too Fast is there right on time. And just like Dom always says in Fast and Furious, nothing can overcome family. And AKO, they're about to put the nail in the coffin for Eternal Watch and Learn.
Oi! And there you go, man. Demon 76 snuffed out already. One more player still left in here. Maske, is he going to be able to take this fight? Eternal Watch and Learn started this fight up very badly. Oh, Clanks now getting knocked down. And Cobra X getting knocked as well. Overdose LT. What a play. Are they going to be able to eliminate Blacklist International so early on? Cobra X has been deleted already, and so does Clanks. Are we going to be able to see Phoenix as well as Manflank now get this game right back in here for themselves? Such an unexpected turn of events here for one of the most dominant teams in the competition so far, Ski.
And Blacklist International having a rough day, but it's not really their fault. It's more of other teams stepping up to the occasion. And over those LT, you can hear those footsteps. They are about to crash in. And now with Cobra out of the equation, it's down to Manflank and Phoenix. More of the supporters of the team now having to play the role of the frontliners. Flank is going to take out Phoenix, and Manflank is the only one left alive. He does get a down, but he still has 3 more members of Overdose LT to deal with. Manflank, can he actually pull this off? Overdose LT will just overwhelm him with numbers, and Blacklist International will be crossed out.
Oh, what a play. Oh, but here comes that third party that we were so afraid might happen to Blacklist International. It is happening to Overdose. Can they survive it? Yes, they do fire back, but Team Fast Kill, they will manage to drop flank. The delete doesn't come through. Now Capfix gets taken down as well. Delete's coming back through, back to back onto Team Overdose. Fence as well as Skyzo. Trail's trying to survive, and here Glue Wall will be able to protect Team Fast Kill. They drop Skyzo as well. They don't get the delete on him, and Fence now trying to run away, but 3 players coming through to the window. 1 drops out, and Juice gets taken down. Can he at least get 1 kill? The answer is no, as Team Fast Kill manages to get the wipe onto Overdose LT.
And Fast Kill, this is their element. This is what they thrive in. Play fast and furious, and while the enemy is not prepared, well, Overdose LT got 4, and Fast Kill would take them out as well. This is just a chain reaction. You know? It feels like you're looking at well, I don't know how to put this, but Animal Planet. You know, this is the food chain. This is the food chain, and Fast Kill this time is on top of Blacklist International and Overdose LT. This is probably where the action ends for a while, and we slow down until we get to the later stage of the game.
Yeah, it's a food chain, but it's a weird food chain, right? Because sometimes the prey turns around and eats the predator up, and you just are left wondering what in the hell just happened there. 7 Fingers are about to get overwhelmed, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Look at the Team 4X coming through to get the catch on them. Limok will get shot, and the players from 4X have managed to get the quick flank all set up around them. Jabbat will be able to take the shots up from up top, and that vertical advantage will be able to send through all of that information through to the rest of their players, and 7 Fingers are caught in a very, very tough spot here, SK.
Yeah, and 7 Fingers, they taking on 4X, the team that, you know, even though we don't talk too much about 4X, but they are in top 10, and that's the crazy part about this team. You know, they are. They're silently trying to climb out. And look at that! Secret Movement! I think they got the drop on the Geek Fan once more, and Fikri will say, yes, we did. Apis did get taken out, but 7 Fingers with the Blue Zone closing in. It's either them or 4X Man this time.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? There were a few points brought up by Tash Bunny earlier, about Geek Fam, and a few questions were posed. EMG, though, getting those shots sent towards him, might get taken down here, but will be able to duck away and heal himself right back up. Jabbat sending some shots right through, will not be able to get the takedown, but the nade is misplaced, and he will be able to waste that for himself. Onto the push right now. Jabbat might be able to get the slice. Glue Wall right here will be able to slow him down a little bit more. Slide onto the backstab. Jabbat! What is he doing? Doesn't get the takedown. Goku from the back though. Gets 3 back to back.
Oh my god, what is this? The guy just runs in, runs into the Time Turner Dome, and no one downs him. This is a reminiscence of what Cobra did on week 1. But Secret Movement, they did take out Apis early on, and Geek Fam trapped on the low ground. This is a tough situation. They're all pretty separated from each other, and if Secret Movement gets a peek, especially Fikri, who's playing, the Overwatch just now. Even right now, found something! Oh, Fikri! Vickery doing it huge. Zag is not happy. He wants to show that he is also the renowned sniper in FFMC, but unfortunately just cannot get a shot off. Just cannot find any. But maybe Yat will be the next target. Secret Movement, they're slowly relocating, and Zag is running out of time.
What a play, man. Secret Movement back to back, just gunning for the boys of Geek Fam. Exact will have his monkey catch up with him finally as he looks to take down the rest of the players from Secret Movement. They will be backing away. Shoyu has got eyes on them as well. Now, the one plus point that I guess Geek Fam will have towards themselves is the fact that Secret Movement does not have the advantage of the blue zone, and they will get forced in later on. But ladies, as they will have their players get dropped one after another. Ayla right now on the ground. They have another one deleted already. Baby Boo as well as Anish have been eliminated. Meima and Ayla trying to fire back at Team Fast Kill, but it's not going to be that easy. Spark now making that approach. The nades will be able to eliminate the ladies from here. Time Turner will be pulled out, but for how long will they be able to send beautiful nade onto Jules, and Meima will be able to get the knock, but can they get the delete as well? They will go in for the shot. Meima gets the attack onto Afik, and they will still stay alive. Meima will be able to pick Ayla up as well. Spark is on the ground. She doesn't need to worry about him. Can she go on for the pickup on Ayla? She will be able to do exactly that. Jules will be able to lose his life as well. And Boys is so far away, he won't be able to do anything to help his team members out.
And that was all Meima, man. Meima, the hero, hero, the savior of the team. Like, she single-handedly took out 3 guys from Team Fast Kill. Of course, Ayla unfortunately was down 2 times, but man, to hold on against Fast Kill like that in that manner, it's such a composed play. That was a showcase of ladies. You can't count them out, and Team Fast Kill once more getting punished for how they play the game. And AKO right now sees a kid, and you know Too Fast is on the case. Roy is also there as well. They have attentions and the crosshair onto Secret Movement. Roy going in for a challenge. It is Faraz. He's gonna get bombed, and Too Fast makes it clean. Triple kill for him, and Secret Movement down to Fikri and Yat. And I think AKO have got this in the bag.
Yeah, man. I mean, Secret Movement got the jump onto Geek Fam, and now auto knockout catching Secret Movement out in the open, and that's not a situation they will be able to survive. Now, Fikri with the beautiful response up against Lemon will be able to dodge that shot as well as pull the Time Turner out, buying himself more time, but the nade will be wasted as the players from auto knockout back away. But this is a flank that Fikri will not be able to respond to, but it also depends on how auto knockout pulls this off. Nade gets placed right there beside him. Axel! Axel with a long shot, and he manages to get the down onto Yat. Victory trying to survive, pulls out the glue wall. Is he going to be able to do it? No! Axel once again, bro, shuts them down.
Oh, I did not even see where Axel was. That's how good he is as a sniper. You remain hidden and you land those shots. But now, AKO under fire from Sorry Roar. Roy's been knocked down, but Axel again with the shot, down shark. You should be able to get Roy back out, and as long as Axel is alive, you just cannot let your guard down. Thankfully, Sorry Roy will be able to also revive their buddy, but AKO, they have found a safe haven, and they also see STP son of a gun in their crosshairs.
STP is gonna get caught out between the blue zone as well as auto knockout, and auto knockout is just gonna be eating some free meals in a moment, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Let's see exactly how they pull that off. There is another team in the vicinity as well, looking to steal these shots off of them. Are we gonna be able to see Freedom Rumble drop in here later on? And this might not be that possible because Freedom Rumble's not playing in this game. My most humble apologies. But of course, as we will approach, the next zone, auto knockout looks like they are solid, and they will just hold on to the edge of it because they don't want to rush in just yet, Husky.
And this is going to be a pretty intense. Ladies are still alive, so we saw Meima on the edge of the safe zone for a while. Forex, the only team that is not in the circle just yet, so they will have to move pretty soon. But the only guy that they have to worry about in front at least is going to be boys from Fast Q early on, who was able to get out of a very tough predicament. But his time is also pretty limited, and I think Go Q just saw ladies running for their lives as well.
Did she just get dropped? The blue zone is going to be able to knock her down. And that's about it, ladies, German boys and girls. Mayma is out of the game, but well played by the ladies for sure. 4X Men expert now try to hold their own as they will be at the edge of the safe zone. They will be trying to take down boys, and Team Fast Kill still try to survive, but unfortunately finally eliminated by Fancry, who picks that kill up for himself. Unfortunate for 4X Men expert, they don't manage to pick that extra point up, which was just running out there in the open. Adam, on the other hand, will get taken down by Axel, one of the most deadly snipers in this game, in this composition, and the rest of the competition will be looking to see exactly how they can stand up against him. 3 kills in here so far, but Too Fast isn't too shabby himself, picking those up for himself. The ladies, Ayla, right there in front. Are we going to be able to see her? No! The answer is no, because Too Fast gets the nade placed right on her face, and that's it, blows it up to smithereens. Auto knockout with the 10 kills in here so far, without Roy, are looking to pick the booyah up for themselves, but they'll need to go in for the move because the next zone just does not favor them, Yaski.
Yeah, and this is right out in the open, so AKO have to make their move pretty soon. Forex getting shot at by Sorry Roar, so AKO will have a bit of time to work with. I think Forex is in the worst spot. STP Son of Gun, unfortunately, only a Fancry left alive, and he's already been spotted out. Miros as well, being kind of flushed out by Forex. Sorry Roar pushing in alongside AKO. They want to get into the center, but it's not that easy. Donkey able to blow out too fast with that grenade launcher. The AKO, they need to go for the revive because every single man is valuable. That circle will finally close in as Donkey finishes off too fast. AKO down to 2 men, but this is real chaos. Forex pushing it into Sorry Roar. Fancry with the nade from up top. The grenade launcher is going to be so effective because look at this. So much blue walls for them to work with. Lemon is knocked down for the play zone. AKO only left with the prize sniper Exo. He will take cover, but Mantai is gonna finish off the members of AKO. Goku down on the ground. Jump out is low as well. Pian goes for the challenge, but it does not work out. 4X Man expert gets eliminated by Sorry Raw. Miro chipped in as well, but STP Son of Gun, they have the high ground, and just like Star Wars, they want to look for this win, but Donkey retaliates, and Donkey gets the knock. Fancry is 10 HP left. Exo with 2 snipes, and this might be an Exo. No, so close. Fancry with 10 HP puts STP Son of Gun on the board. This is their first booyah.
I mean, okay, wait. SCP Son of Gun, yes, they do take the booyah. Yes, it's the #1 for them. But I'm sorry, man. The MVP in that game for me personally was Sorry Raw. We so rarely see them perform all the way up to the final circle, and they take on Auto Knockout, and they take on all of the other teams all around them. 4 X-Men Expert still couldn't take them out, couldn't remove them from the equation. SCP Son of Gun, they did have the advantage of their positioning, though. That vertical advantage just put a little bit more on their side to take that final victory. But Axel, if he had a few more seconds on him, Auto Knockout will surely be able to reach up to the top and grab this booyah back for themselves. But all that said, that was definitely a great game played by STP as well as Kate.
Yeah, 10 HP and a dream. Axel did not know where Fancry is, and that really gave STP Son of Gun the advantage. But Axel, him alone, you'd think that a sniper likes to stay far away, but Axel can get up close and dirty. And AKO, despite being in such an unfavorable position, they ended up in second place with double-digit kills. That is monumental for the team. But credit where credit is due, STP Son of Gun. Congratulations for that round.
Yeah, welcome back.
Okay, first of all, I'm not muted. And second of all, Husky is STP Son of Gun, not Son of a Gun.
Yeah, Son of Guns. That's what I said. Right?
He said Son of...
I say Son of Gun.
You see,
yes.
You see, this is why, Husky, I told you, my man, you should be on my side. You decided to take her side at the start of the day. Now that serves you right. That serves you right.
My host stole me out. Now I am in trouble. We'll have to talk to HR after this, okay? We will have to. I'll talk to Garena regarding that.
I'm sorry. You burned me on Twitter, so I had to. I'm sorry.
Look,
so I'm just gonna have to.
See.
Yeah, I just want to disagree with you, AJ, with your MVP. You said your MVP was Sorry Roar. I'm gonna
Yeah.
say my MVP was actually for X-Men Experts because solely because of Goku's play just now.
No
That
way.
rush with the triple kill. Like he just turned off his brain, ran in, cha 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 cha, just ramboed his way there and just got a triple kill. I was just like, sir, how are you not scared? How do
Yeah.
you grow such big courage to go in there like that?
Good switch of
it's
words at the
insane.
very end, Tash. But
had
here's
to.
the thing.
I
right?
had to.
For
I had
X-Men Expert, they've been able to do well so far, but they haven't been able to, put themselves away much far away from the
Yes.
mid segment, right? They're always
right.
maintaining their performance right there at the
Fourth,
mid tier of the
fifth,
board.
sixth, yeah.
Sometimes we do see something special out of them, but it's just not
Yeah.
enough. Consistency
Right.
is what keeps you up at the top. Consistency is brought
Exactly.
out by teams like Blacklist International. Consistency is brought in by teams like Sem9. And even if that consistency is not game after game, we still see them mustering up, whatever that it takes to push themselves up, right? For X-Men
Right.
Expert, unfortunately, just not one of those teams. And, just like them, Sorry Raw are one of those guys as well. But like we mentioned,
Exactly.
in the match with Husky earlier, kalah tak apa, style mesti ada, right? You
Yeah,
need to be
yeah.
able to have these highlight moments for yourself. And I feel like this round was that highlight moment for these two teams.
Definitely. I feel like Eternal Watch and Learn not having a great day today, given what they're doing. But when you talk about it again, not having a bad day, not having a good day, Blacklist as well, very unlucky as well with the flanks and the pushes. So this is the part I was talking about. Look at this. Look how beautiful how he runs in. Because he has a double vector, he's able to do that. And because of how agile he's able to move, that's what gave him the triple kill. So this is also a great moment by ladies. I love this one so much. How Meima was just so calm and focused throughout. Like she didn't panic. She just played it how well she could.
Yeah.
And that composure is honestly what really made them able to survive that replay. So around this time round, Husky, can you please kind of like tell me what exactly is going on here?
It's the same thing. Geek Fam got called out early on by the same team from the previous round, which was Secret Movement, and then they just got crippled.
Right.
It was unlucky. It was just 2 rounds of unlucky circumstances, and you have to
I
really give it to
actually
Secret
agree.
Movement.
That was actually a good pick by them. And the thing about Geek Fam is that if they're not together, once they're crippled, they're in a honestly bad spot because the synergy of the team is honestly what makes them one of the strongest teams around. So this is the last part right here. So we've had a few matches today where it just comes so close in terms of the ending. Like it could have been anyone's booyah. It's just down to either luck or skill at that point. But for now, let's have a look at the round standings of Group A versus Group C. This is the 4th match of today where Auto Knockout takes the first place for today with 18 points total, 8 placement points, and 10 kill points. Despite the booyah the STP Son of Gun got, they still managed to take the first spot. Son of Gun taking 2nd place with 17 points, only 1 point behind. Honestly, not a big deal in my opinion. Sorry Roar taking 3rd place this time with 15 points, and Fast Kill and X4 X-Men Expert 4th place and 5th place, each 11 points. You can see there, Fast Kill, despite getting eliminated early, they still managed to get 6 kill points, which is honestly the reason why they're propelled so far up. And this shows that getting kills can definitely save your skin and bring you places. Ladies this time round still in the mid sections over here, 6th place with 9 points with 3 kills. Secret Movement as well, 3 kills, despite the great pickoff they got onto Geek Fam. I think like if say Geek Fam was not picked off early, they would have been able to go, they would have been a bigger threat to the other team. So with Secret Movement removing them from the equation, other teams are able to rise up. That's my takeaway on that. So 10th place is 7th Fingers with 2 points. Eternal Watch and Learn and Blacklist International. These are 2 really big and strong teams going back to the lobby with 0 points each. Not a great day for them.
Yeah. No, I mean, would you believe me though if I told you, right, Tash, that Geek Fam was losing these rounds on purpose?
Why would you say that? Why would you say that?
I mean, Look, they are our hope and dream, right? I mean, the whole of
Right.
Malaysia is depending on them to go to the world stage and bring it back in terms of Free Fire. And they
Right.
earned their way to the world stage, not just going up against the rest of the Malaysian teams. This was the MCP major that they made an absolute joke out of by getting those
Right.
infraction points, not being able to just being counted out of the competition, playing absolutely silly strategies, but which turned out to be so brilliant at the end of the day with the
Right.
way they were able to turn things around. And with a team that is half joking, half serious in those times and still able to represent us, it shows that they are on a level that's just so different compared to the other teams, right? And
Right.
that also makes it a huge threat because clearly they are going to be scouted out by the other international teams and they don't want to show exactly how they play each and every one of these rounds. If we were to see the real Geek Fam back to back to back, we probably might not see them have a great opportunity at the world stage because all of the strategies as well as movements into that zone again and again are going to be out there to be read. And I highly doubt they want that to happen.
That's actually a very interesting theory. What do you think, Husky?
His TLDR is basically Geek Fam are going to show up in the grand finals and win it all.
I actually
That's
agree
the TLDR.
because
Yeah.
they've done it before. And honestly, when you compare the prize pools between the playoffs and the grand finals, I think they would just rather just make it just for the big money,
Yep.
But that's all that we can only speculate. Who knows what the truth is? But for now, let's have a quick break and rest our brains for a little while. And we'll see you again in a little while.
Triple kill. Triple kill. Montage kill. Triple kill. Montage kill.
welcome back to the Free Fire Malaysia Championship 2021. I'm your caster. I'm your host for today, actually, Tash Bunny, alongside the actual casters, AJ and Husky. You know what? Maybe we should have a switch. AJ, do you wanna host so I can get into the casting? Yeah. Well, what do
If
you
I
think?
hosted, you'd probably lose your job. Are you sure you want me to do that though?
You know what? I'll take a rain check on that.
I guess vice versa, man. I guess vice versa. You'll probably do a damn good job on the caster's desk as well. Husky should be able to, carry you for a while, and then I'm very sure you'll float on your own, right? But, the teams in here have been so crazy so far. And one thing that I'm just not so happy, but quite glad at the same time to see is the fact that nobody manages to hold on the number one spot for a long time.
Exactly. That's true. Honestly, we've been seeing that happen throughout MCP majors, and it got a little bit like boring. we love seeing drama. We love seeing our favorite teams, get wiped once in a while to say, oh my god, the underdog got them. What is this? You know, that is what we want to see, and that's what makes it great, because it shows that Malaysia's teams, all of them, are not to be trifled with. We have a standard, and everyone is meeting that standard. And honestly, this is the playoffs. Every single team deserves to be here for a reason. So for now, let's have a look at the overall standings to see who exactly is on top so far. So now, we are on the, fourth match of today? And now we're going to see auto knockout now on the first place. We've seen that with 199 points, almost breaching the 200-point mark, and only 9 points behind is Blacklist International. So AKO only has 3 booyahs compared to 79 and Blacklist International with 4, 190 and 188 points each, with Freedom Rumble taking 4th place at 172 points. Geek Fam now back in number 5 at 168 points. They still have another 2 matches to play, so we'll have to see how it goes. So Eternal Watch and Learn not having a great day, now on 6th place with 157 points. Team Fast Kill with 149 points. Sorry Roar doing much better today. I actually like seeing them play. It's just out of nowhere they come by. Makes me so happy. I feel like a proud mom, with 126 points. Secret Movement, 111 points for X-Men Expert. Also another team I love watching. 111 points. Overdose LT now in 11th place with 105 points, dropping down a little bit today. STP Son of Gun doing a little bit better today, 83 points. Ladies now on 13th place instead of 16th with 77 points. Endzone Mai, 75 points. Legend as well, 75. Red Shoot, PXG Extreme, also 75 points. Enigmax All-Star, despite their great start, managing to catch up, not despite, but with the great start, managing to catch up now, slowly climbing up to the 16th place, not too far now. And if they consistently play that way, we may just be seeing them climb up the ladders, no problem. Seven Fingers, still so far behind. Y'all need to do something. Now, let's talk a little bit. Okay, Husky, go on.
Sorry. So across, we are like what? Now it's round 16, 17. Okay, my math is all over the place.
It's okay. All of us are maths are not good. That's why we're here.
Anyways, across all the rounds that they played, they've only gotten they only gotten like Seven Fingers only gotten in an increment of placement points by a +4 mark, by +4, and then the kills was like +3, so that's 7 points, which is if you think about it, it still shows that they have a lot to work on. But
they do.
I think today will finally be the day that we will see Blacklist drop out of top 3 by the end of the final 2 rounds, just because of how poorly the day has been for the team.
Right. So this game has always been RNG 50%, skill 50%. So far, in terms of RNG, not so great. They're getting caught out. In sometimes when you think about it, when they drop together with the other team, they're just not so lucky in terms of drops. The other team just gets a gun first, and they can't do anything about it. And once they're crippled, yes, maybe 2 or 3 will get away. But that's the thing. Once they're crippled, they're still a threat, but they can't go all the way till the end. But for now, let's have a look at the upcoming match. This is match 5, B versus C, the second last match for today in Bermuda. I'm not going to quickly ask you guys for predictions. Let's just let the game speak for itself. So I'm going to pass the mic to Husky and AJ. Take it away, boys.
Thank you very, very much, Dash. And you see, Husky, as we drop back here into Bermuda, Group B versus C, things are going to be getting a little bit more crazier. You've mentioned it already, my man, and I absolutely agree with you. Blacklist International, high probability they will not be sitting down in the top 3. The opportunity here for Freedom Rumble to make up for yesterday and to put themselves back up here in top flight. Today is the day, and they will be looking forward to doing so, and I feel like they've got a better chance, right? Auto knockout, the whole of Sentosa will be for themselves, which means they are going to be ever so much more dangerous as they will approach the next zone that is placed into the game, or the first zone that places into the game. STB Son of Gun as well as 4X might be able to gatekeep them based on, the current positions, but we will see exactly how that breaks down in a bit.
Absolutely. The STB Son of Gun like you mentioned, right? They took Cape Town, a Freedom Rumble going all the way to Shipyard. As Sorry Roar will play will split up a bit. They have fixed a peak, and the rest of the team will join him pretty soon. Clock Tower, as usual, occupied by Geek Fam. That is their favorite drop spot, and no one has really challenged them at Clock Tower so far in FFMC. But Geek Fam has already had 2 underwhelming starts thanks to Secret Movement. And they are trailing farther and farther behind in terms of those points. They might not be able to catch up to first place by the end of today if this whole pattern resumes, but EGMX will taste the bullet of Secret Movement as Secret Movement just continues to ambush other teams.
Yeah, quite honestly, Secret Movement's making quite a bit of improvement compared to week number 1, right? They are sitting down right now in the 9th place, and they're still quite far off to being placed in the top 5. But if they continue at this pace, I have got no doubts whatsoever. At the end of week 3, we may be able to see them in the top 5, right? But it's just so unpredictable because week after week, some of these teams, they do quite well, and then they just fall off the radar, don't they, Husky?
I think they do. I honestly think that would be that's a huge possibility. I mean, Secret Movement, if you look at MCP Major and now, I feel like there's 100% growth, and most importantly, they just look better. MCP Major Secret Movement is in a position of a 4X Man Expert. They are not really talked about much, but now they are. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Akim needs to be revived, same as Augie, but EGMX is a bit farther from their buddy, and Yat tries to go for a snipe, but he's gonna be shot from behind, and Forza will take point, and Yat needs to quickly get cover, and he will be able to do so. Vito finishes off Akif though, and that knocks Akif down, and that's gonna give EGMX a bit more space to work with. Akif does get picked back up.
But is that going to be enough, though, for EGMX? Secret Movement continuously placing the pressure on them, closing the gap between themselves as well as the players from EGMX. Vito going to get attacked. Now Forza can come in for the backstep and pull a distraction here for the side of EGMX, but Yat already sees the possibility of that, goes in to check on him. He doesn't show himself, which still puts the opportunity in the hands of EGMX. Forza might be able to turn things around for the side of Enigmax All-Star here.
Yeah, Enigmax All-Star definitely not in the best of position. You see, when you are during the early phases, when you are constantly under fire, you just have to bite the bullet. The V2 has no more resources. I don't think any one of them has resources to go for the regen. They will just have to try and deal with this 3v4 the best they can. Secret Movement have the upper hand, and it will continue to be that way. But 4X Man Expert taking on Geek Fam. And then another face spade with a second shot onto Haziq. And Geek Fam, 3 rounds in a row, just cannot catch a break.
Secret Movement's dropping one after the other as well. One goes down. The delete hasn't dropped through just yet. Hazi gets taken out as well. And as the moments tick, as the seconds will pass by, Geek Fam, they are just getting thinned down. And now Forza, opportunity. Is he going to be able to catch Yat? And they will jump onto each other's shoulders. This is what the teamwork is all about. But Forza accidentally jumps off of the roof and he lands back down. Opportunity for EGMX to turn things around. Will drop through really fine. Paras in the house right next to them will be able to pressure the side of EGMX, but they will not be making any mistakes at all. They are still waiting for Yat to show himself. One will be deleted by the side of V2. EGMX unexpected turnaround here. Secret movement might just get snuffed out, Husky.
This could be a turnaround that EGMX has been looking for. You slowly bleed out secret movement, but they are not looking hot at all. The HP for EGMX is in a horrible spot, and this is a standoff.
Yeah. Can I just say though, they literally just swapped spots, right? EGMX holding on to the positioning of secret movement, but yet now getting the knock as well as the delete on 2v2. Augie just a little too slow in the way he's responding. Yat will get fired at, but will not get taken down. Manages to recover himself as he backs away from this encounter. 2 versus 2 now. EGMX as well as secret movement, they are taking quite equal from each other, and all of the other teams are the winners of this encounter.
Yeah, the secret movement definitely tanking a bit more. Well, both teams lost 2 members.
Yeah.
So they will be both beaten and bruised, and secret movement will have to rotate farther away to graveyard. That means that they will be out of the circle, but this is the only route that they could take just to get a bit more resources, and most importantly, stock out on those utilities. No glue walls for Yat right now, and only 1 glue wall and 2 med kits. That's pretty much it.
And, the nades are definitely going to be very useful as well. Could have helped them in this situation. Many a times, they knew exactly where the positioning of, the opponents were, but they just couldn't go in for the flush. Those nades would have come in handy. And look at the players from Sem9 right now, trying to position themselves to see if or not they can get some easy picks onto Raw. And Sorry Raw, quite honestly, have been so impressive compared to week number 1. And I think that Sem9 might just get caught off guard here if they make a mistake. Exactly what Sorry Raw will be looking forward to them doing in here. But Sem9, they are playing this a little careful, which I like to see, Husky.
And I don't think Sem9 knows that Sorry Raw is in factory. Sorry Raw definitely hurt the raw of the engine. As he's just so lucky for ZenOP. Like he stops and he just sees this random monster truck just drop down from the skies, and he's like, well, I guess this is mine now. But Sem9 do have backup in the form of Miro and Newbie in case anyone tries to take them on.
Yeah. Let's see if or not Sem9 will be able to respond accordingly. But, Sorry Raw not looking to make any of these jump squad mistakes early on. They want to play the final zone. This is just zone 1 out of 7, right? So quite a bit of way to maneuver into the game. So let's see if or not they will be able to hold on to the factory whilst they wait for the players of Sem9 to come in here for the push. Now, airdrop will drop right here behind factory, enabling Sorry Raw to go in here for a pickup as they try to make their way out of the factory. Also, a little bit of a temptation to pull them out of the building, that you think, Husky?
Yeah, Sorry Raw, they are just going to stay put. I think that is definitely the best move. The factory is so huge. There's a lot of areas for you to play around. No purpose to leave unless the circle tells you to. And even then, even if the circle closes in, Sem9 will be the first team that has to move. So Sorry Raw is pretty much tucked in, nice and cozy. And in fact, because of factory has multiple levels, they can actually get the high ground advantage if they go high enough.
Yeah, danger zone now. Sem9 needs to get out of this area. It will just be Shura who's probably in trouble there, but he will be able to back away just at the edge of the danger zone. Shouldn't be too fussed about all of the airstrikes that will commence in a bit. They do have the monster truck on them, like you've rightfully pointed out earlier, Husky, so they should be able to make their way into the next zone. But Sem9, they don't want to play the survival gameplay. They want to get those kills as well, and they clearly want to take down Sorry Raw that they've already scouted out here at the factory. If not, they would have gone in for the move. Keeping on to the mid segment of the map, as we will try to look at where the next zone will be. Sem9 doesn't need to move. Sorry Raw can, remain seated as well. Geek Fam doesn't have to worry about much. Everybody will be able to play or continue this slow pace that they've been taking on so far here, Aske.
Yep, absolutely. And suddenly, Sorry Raw is in a more dangerous position because of that circle. It's not really favoring factory. Or they can still stay for 1 more minute for the second phase, but they will have to move eventually. Auto knockout they are on the move and they are going to run into 4x. And that's exactly what's happening right now. Auto knockout run to 4x, but we can see Lemon's able to retaliate. So so far, things are still okay for Auto knockout, but sorry Raw, they are just gonna run out, and I think they saw Shura. Sorry Raw about to take on Sam 9.
Sam 9 now. Opportunity to go in for the shutdown. This is exactly what they've been waiting for. Zen OP as well as Shura. They will be able to take those CQCs, and Newbie will be able to provide the cover as well. But he isn't going in for the peeks as they will back away. And the report is falling through. Shura might go in for the push. Zen OP as well. Opportunity will strike. Sam 9 taking those shots one after the other. But sorry, Raw, just a little too smart. Off screen, Auto knockout will take the fight up against 4X. Goku gets knocked down, and that's gonna be a huge blow for the 4X-Men expert, because Goku, we've seen exactly how he can fire all of those rounds and get those multi-kills in certain situations, and without him, 4X-Men expert, are they going to be able to do anywhere as good as they did in that previous round? The delete hasn't come through though yet, Husky.
Oh, and Lemon is going to make sure that happens. 4X-Men expert have already has Spay on the ground. They were able to revive Pian, but AKO, once they smell blood, they're not going to back off. And in fact, the rest of AKO are about to bust through this glue wall onto the second floor. And Too Fast will fire a grenade onto Jumba once more. And this time it's going to be harder to revive him because AKO has already made it in. Goku wants to go for the challenge, but they just turn around. And XL plus Roy will find one of their own. Too Fast as well. Everyone chips in. 4-man X-Man expert stands no chance.
No chance in hell, man. I mean, they just got knocked one after the other, back to back to back. Yes, they were great in their defensive play, but that just bought a little bit more time for themselves. They kept picking those members up. Those time turners were all expanded. They didn't have any grenades on them. They couldn't really respond accordingly. And yes, it was an amazing play by Goku. I love the ideation there, but the execution just not good enough. STP Son of Guns, they will be running by the shoreline here. Auto knockout takes those free pot shots against them, and the glue walls will have to be expanded as they try to survive. Fan Cry, he is caught out in the open. Yes, those glue walls getting popped up one after the other. They finally get the drop on him. Lemon, and they get the delete as well. Fan Cry, SCP Sutter Guns, are we gonna be able to see them get snuffed out so early? It might just happen, Husky.
Well, silver lining is they only lost Fan Cry, the guy who got them that booyah in the previous round, but AKO now making that early rotation. This is what I want to see from more teams. Don't wait until the very last second. Take that opportunity. They will have Sorry Roar, I believe, on the high ground, but AKO. They heard those gunshots and they are ready to retaliate. And Sorry Roar, if they don't have those blue walls, they are just gonna get absolutely mowed down by the firepower of AKO. And in fact, Story Raw completely dodges them and goes a long way, but they have time to work with, and Roy with great observation sees that trip my place early on. So they will be safe in this building for now. And up ahead is actually Sam 9.
Okay, now let's see if or not they'll be able to take this game. A quick reminder to everyone, Auto Knockout is currently your #1 ranked team in the competition. 199 total scores, 102 picked up from their ranks, 97 kills. The highest kill stat in the competition thus far. Yeah. Most of them, I'm very sure, has come through by the one and only Axel. In this game, though, just one kill on him, and he does get shot at. He does have the, SMG on him to protect himself in case he gets bursted at. But all of these shots, they are coming from afar. The shots that Axel is, so good at taking, he will receive. How will he respond as he only has a glue wall out in the open to protect himself? Now, the rest of the players from Auto Knockout helping him out, helping Axel survive. The shots coming through one after the other. Axel still surviving. Stops right outside just before jumping into the house. Uses his medkit to see if he can respond. And he will be able to fire those shots back up, but none of those players from Sorry Raw want to peek out of the window. If they do, you know for a fact Axel will be able to get those knocks. One shot, one kill. Endzone MY off screen though, trying to shut down STP Sutter Guns, and that looks like it might drop through in a bit. Auto Knockout looking for those kills on Sorry Raw, but just like they've managed to show us thus far, this is not one of your, feeder zones or feeder squads that, these teams can continuously take on and kill again and again and again. They've been able to show exactly how good they are, but surviving at the edge of that zone, not the best of plays, Husky, right now.
And Roy now knows that Sam9 is in front of them. AKO becomes the first team to hit 100 triple digit in terms of kills. Legend is just gonna go in against Freedom Rumble, but Freedom Rumble loses 2 from the get-go, and this does not look good. But they were able to at least clean up Legends with the help of GeekFam and Freedom Rumble. Only sacrificing Joker, not too bad, but Yat! Oh, what a nade! Secret movement about to enter the building! Yat with the second one takes out Drags and Cobbs. Completely caught off guard. He's gonna throw his own nade back, but it's a bit too late. Yat's already gotten a double finisher, and Secret Movement refuses to say die. They stay alive a bit more, and it's now a standoff between Cobbs and Yat. Cobbs with the nade does not connect.
Absolutely love seeing how these nades are being used. Exact beautiful takedown onto EGMX. Forza has been deleted already. Sorry, Raw facing a couple of shots from Endzone MY as well, which they cannot respond to. Red, they will be able to survive for a little bit longer. Full squad in here. Red Shoot PXJ Extreme. They've gotten 1 booyah in here so far, and as they will approach zone number 5, they will look to pick 1 more up for themselves. Freedom Rumble, on the other hand, will not be able to dream of such big dreams. They just want to survive as long as possible. Shots fired from all around them. Auto knockout, very aggressive, and this will be the final play from Cobbs. Nade in the vicinity though does not take him down. He will be able to use his first aid kit and survive just a little bit longer. Geek Fam makes their exit. Beautiful play. I didn't see who took them down though, Husky.
It was Rishu. Rishu eliminated Geek Fam with a wonderful nade. And look at who is in the center. Sam9 and AKO, both teams eyeing for that first place finish. And Sam9, they have that high ground advantage. It's going to be Freedom Rumble next on the chopping block, as Roy will be the one to do the D. Newbie on this high ground is going to give them a lot of information, and too fast eliminates Secret Movement down to the last 3 teams. It's going to be Red Shoot, AKO, and Sam9. Xenop finds the first victim in the form of Roy, but Roy has the glue wall to keep him alive for a bit more. AKO, on the back of that information, will slowly try and push in. Lemon will start things off by taking out Amy, but Zah will take out Lemon. AKO caught between 2 different teams. Xenop tries to go for Roy, but Roy with a quick 180 drops the glue wall, and Xenop just cannot get him, and Roy can really outmaneuver Xenop, and that's not going to be possible because Miro is there for the backup. And they will be able to take out Roy, and AKO finally meeting their match in the form of Sam9.
Oh, are they going to be able to eliminate Sam9 though? Newbie now jumps down, but should be able to recover in the nick of time. Red zone, are they going to be able to snuff them out? Opportunity as everyone now will meet right below, and this is the play that Sam9 has been looking for. Miro goes in for the shutdown. Zol gets deleted. Xenop gonna get picked up right back in here. Full squad for Sam9 to rage on, and only 3 more teams will be left in here. Are we going to be able to see Red Shoot PXG Extreme pick the booyah up for the second time in this competition? They will back away very smartly, and they will be able to survive for a little bit longer. But Sam9 looking to do the exact same thing as well. Newbie goes in for those shots, managing to take down Sands, and the delete will drop through onto Axel. Auto knockout now being put in a tough situation. Xenop will back through right back to back. Red Shoot will get taken down, and they will rise up to the top. And there you go, Sam9, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, not allowing auto knockout to do it all on their own.
Sam9 continues their tradition of winning their first match of the fresh group. And this booyah puts Sam9 on the board once more. The last time we looked at the standings, Sam9 is in 3rd place. But after this round, they are gonna shoot up to 2nd place. This is the second official booyah of the day, making them the team with the most booyahs, 5 in total so far in FFMC.
You know, I expected Sam9 to perform well. I did not expect them to do this well, right? And, you know, time and time again, we see this happening in the competition. They go through their cycles, and this is time for Sam9 to rise up to the top. But the fight between Auto Knockout and them in this competition, in this group, it's just crazy, man. There's just no telling who's going to end up at the top here, Tash.
Exactly. Honestly, there were 3 teams still, but the fight between Sam9 and AKO felt like it was like the final 2 teams fights, because like the others were just not there. They didn't want to do anything. They wanted to see the 2 giants fight. And honestly, it was such a great play by all of them. But I want to highlight Yat from Secret Movement for a little while. He has been throwing some crazy Kobe's today. That double kill with the nades, that was insane. insane. And I feel so bad for FRU for having to go through that, because one thing about Yat is that not only are his snipes crazy, he's just his aims in terms of like not just snipes, the grenades are just so good.
Yeah.
And honestly, this grenade meta this season is making it such an interesting and more fun meta to see. If I were them, dying to a grenade is something very demoralizing, and seeing it actually in meta
Dishonor.
makes it so interesting. I mean, you can't exactly guess where exactly it's gonna fall, and if you don't know how to aim it, it's also another issue. Throwing those requires some skill, and him actually getting kills out of that is perfection in my opinion. So that's actually really, really good. So let's talk a little bit about Red Shoot as well. They got what, second place, third place just now? I can't really remember because it was just so fast. Was it second or third place?
They got
Do you guys
second.
remember?
Second
place.
Auto
Yeah.
knockout was third.
Yeah, so the thing is, that's the thing. Red Shoot, while we didn't really see them in the match, they still managed to survive long enough to get second place. So the thing is, survivability is one thing. It's great to see them survive. We rarely ever see them not being eliminated early. I'm glad for that. But like, when you come toward the end, you know, we want to see like raw like fights, you know, which is why I thought AKO was second place, because that was who was in the fight. But I think honestly, Sem9 had it in the bag, despite knowing that you know, Red Shoe was there. They were very confident from how they moved, how they shot, how they went in. They were very confident, and it really translated into their play. And honestly, well done.
This is actually the battle. I think the final round, in terms of standings, is going to come down to the battle of the King of the Jungles. Both Auto Knockout and Sem9 coincidentally have the insignia of a tiger, and as a popular Chinese saying once say, I'll just say in Mandarin first. It says 一山不能容二虎, means that a mountain can only have one tiger, and only one can call themselves kings by the end of today.
Right, so let's have a look at 4x and X1. This is a great play. I was really hoping Goku was able to go there and just like wipe the team out, but I think they were already pretty much sure and alert, because they were already facing toward the window, because they already guessed what was gonna happen over there. And super unfortunate over here for STP Son of Gun. Fan cry, I think. It felt like they look like little ducks just like trying to cross, but like one little duckling gets left behind, and it's like, oh, so sad. That's what happened over there. It's just
unfortunate, right? And this falls back into how do you plot your path from where you are into the final zone, and that's where picking your initial drop zone, really, really plays a huge part, right? Where do you want to drop, at the edge of the map, or do you want to drop towards the center? Towards the center, obviously, is gonna be a tougher fight. The edges will be a little safer at the start, but as you choose to plot your path towards the next zone, you are gonna get caught out, and that's the perfect example to put there. STP just not lucky with their crossover.
Right, so let's have a look here. I didn't even realize that Red Shoot was alive here. Like, when you mentioned there were 3 teams, I was like, wait, there's 3? Where's the other one, And I just realized, like, Red Shoot's over there just hiding in the corner as the 2 big teams fight it out. And, honestly, for AKO, it was like, it's just very unlucky here. And I really wish that, it was actually AKO that got second place because of how well they played the match. But it is what it is. That is how a battle royale is. So now let's have a look at the round standings between Group B versus Group C. Actually, you guys, Auto Knockout managed to get second place here, despite getting a third place for the placement. So let's have a look here. Sem9 with first place, 8 killed, 12 points, 20 points total. Auto Knockout here now on with second place with 8 placement points, 8 kill points, 16 points. Red Shoot PXG Extreme getting 12 points, not too far behind from the rest. Honestly, this is one of their best matches so far, and I'm really proud of them for that, because getting going against these big teams and getting up there is definitely not a small feat. So now Secret Movement, I would like to give them the title Team Crippler. So really early, they would just cripple the big teams and just dash their hopes and dreams. And possibly the other teams are like, yes, the Secret Movement doesn't get just cripple team. This is great for us, getting them out of the way. And honestly, props to them for that. Honestly, props to them. Endzone, not too bad today with the 8 points. Geek Fam as well, 8 points in 6th place. Enigmax All-Star also today was a quite not so bad day for them, in my opinion. Much better than what we've seen previously, and I hope to see them just move up from here today with 6 points. Freedom Rumble as well with 6 points. Just super unlucky about the double kill with the grenades by Yat. Hats off to you, dude. That was so good. Please teach me how to Kobe. Please. Sorry, Roar now in 9th place with 4 points. Legend 3 points. 4 X-Men Expert. Very unlucky. Really wanted to see more from them. 2 points. STP Son of Gun. The little duck move over there kind of like cost them, in my opinion. Giving them 0 points. And I don't know why, but every time I see a team just like run in a straight line, I'm just like, oh, look at those little ducklings. Are they gonna die? I'm just so mean about that. But
I don't know. I don't know what kind of cartoon you've been watching, but I'm pretty sure duck doesn't. They don't move like that. I watched Ugly Duckling. The ducks don't move like that.
They don't walk in a row?
They walk in a row, but they don't run.
They don't
like
leave
that,
the ugly one behind, okay? Don't call him that, all right? Francois is a good-looking guy.
I did not say that. You know, that was. I do not take responsibility.
You are the one that called him ugly.
I didn't call. I said the ugly duckling.
Look, guy
Red
crossed
Shoot.
around for his team, and you do this to him. You
Dude.
Hey, that was a great play by him, by the way. He just got picked up.
Yeah.
He didn't even bother using the med kit, and he went in for that final shot against Excel. Crazy play, and props to him, right? A split-second decision, but that wasn't this game. This time round, they exit quite early. Unfortunate for them, but shout out to Red Shoot PXG Extreme. With that effort, they've managed to squeeze themselves up into 12th position. And that's exactly what some of these teams that are playing at the bottom ranks are looking for, right? To just make the play into that 12th spot and to hold on to it. But the problem here is the teams that are right there behind them are not so far apart, are they? They are like, just 2 or 3 points to play catch up. So if Red Shoot wants to have any sort of a chance to keep their position in that 12th spot or, better to make it to the finals, we need to see more of this, right? Even if they don't rage on with those skills, just the survivability might be able to help them out a little bit more here.
Right, that's right. So some teams, maybe especially teams that we've seen at the bottom, should learn to not get knocked out early, try to survive early. But the thing is, RNG boys. So if you're unlucky to meet a team early, I honestly, if I were a big team, I don't want to move in. I don't want to see secret movement. They're team crumbler. That's scary. That's scary, guys. So for now, we're gonna go to the final match of the day. Today will be Kalahari Group B versus Group C. So good luck and have fun, everyone. I'm gonna pass the mic to Husky and AJ.
I appreciate that, Dash. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, as we will push through the final match in here, flight path cutting through from Oldhampton down to the sub, and the teams will be able to, spread out quite evenly on the map and avoid some of these early engagements. And Red Shoot looking to do exactly that. Geek Fam, on the other hand, I thought STP Son of Gun would be following them towards Stone Ridge, but they do break away at the very final moment and focus on dropping towards Santa Catarina, and that just makes it a situation where we will be having 12 teams survive for quite a bit here.
Did you see that? I think we know who's gonna win this round. I think we know who's gonna get the booyah. It's a sign. It's a premonition. But have they gotten any? I don't think that. Yeah, that team has not gotten any booyahs yet. But they're in top 10. So if anyone missed out and don't know what we're talking about, it's okay. It's okay. If it happens, we will talk about it. If it does not, then we just let it blow by like the wind. Auto knockout right now, 100% in first place. Semnai, they're 100% in second place. I think Freedom Rumble is not. Are they still in this? I think they are. But Geek Fam should be overtaking Freedom Rumble, or at least be behind Freedom Rumble by the end of this, right? We're getting a huge shakeup on the overall standings.
Yeah. Okay, so this is B and C playing. So Freedom Rumble's definitely in there. Geek Fam's in there. Let me run you through some of those numbers. So Geek Fam needs about 2 points to catch up to Freedom Rumble, but they need about 39 points to get up to the first spot. So we're definitely not going to see them do something like that today. Freedom Rumble needs about 12 points to catch up to Blacklist International. So, you're looking at a very minimum booyah for themselves, or at the very least, at least like 4th or 5th position with a fairly decent amount of kills, 4 to 5 at the very minimum. for them to be able to at least guarantee the third spot for themselves, right? And I say guarantee the third spot because you're looking at Auto Knockout and Sem9 here fighting for the top spot. Both of these teams are still in here, and they do not look like they're in the shape to drop out anywhere early. They are in top form, and I love the pace that they're taking in these games here today.
And even when Auto Knockout did not get the booyah, 2 rounds in a row, there are 2 rounds where they didn't get the booyah, but they were still able to maintain the second place, right? It's only 1 or 2 point differential from the first place team. So it really says a lot about Auto Knockout in general. I think there's also a great representation of how you don't really need a booyah to get decent points. It's a 3-point deficit that you can cover up with a couple of frags. And Auto Knockout, we just demonstrated great consistency today.
Geek Fam, though, falling quite far down from the throne, but that's exactly the play that I'm sure the boys want to go ahead with. They can't show that they've got all the firepower in the world to bring in just yet, but how they want to play this towards the very end of the league stages is what I'm curious about. Do they want to go in for the full sweep of the first prize back-to-back? Because quite honestly, without the infraction points, we should have seen them, go in for a double sweep at the MCP Major as well, right? But, even that being said, Blacklist International never took their foot off the gas pedal. They were so consistent and so focused at the MCP Major. The same cannot be said for the FFMC, though, because the level of competition just has increased out of nowhere here, Husky.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is a good sign because like what all of us went through, right? I think Tash brought it up. We don't see a single team dominating everyone, and that really helps the scene in general because you can't be complacent. Yeah, you might be the kings, but if you have read any history of any era, revolutions will start and kings do get dethroned. So you might be the best team, but you might not stay the best team by the end of it.
Yeah, and then that's what exactly pulls me or kind of entices me to find out a little bit more, look into Geek Fam a little bit more, right? Because they know that play. They know that exactly what you just said. They know that's exactly what happens. And they don't try to remain up top all the time. Not because they fear for getting taken down, but they really, really want to take some of these, out of norm movements as well as fights and see if they can come up on top. Forza, as he gets knocked down by Akif. One was sending all of those shots towards him as well, but unfortunately, right now with the beautifully placed nade by Vidu. Yad gets a double takedown. Vidu as well as Forza on the ground. Another nade will fly through. Yad gets the delete. Augie goes down as well. This guy's on fire. Can Yad get a 4 kill? He has already gotten those 3 knockdowns already. And EGMX absolutely annihilated by this one guy.
It's Yad again. That second nade caught EGMX off guard. They thought that he only had 1. So EGMX sent a guy to go for the revive, and the second nade caught him with his pants down. Secret movement just, 4 rounds in a row. What a consistent opening for them. They always get these pick-offs. Regardless of what team it is, secret movement just makes it work. STP Son of Gun kind of trapped in this watchtower, having to face off against Legend, but Geek Fam will give them a hand. Shoyu takes out 1, but Orion will respond back by knocking Adam down. They will be able to get him revived, and that will help STP Son of Gun stay alive for a bit longer.
Ooh, too fast now, getting the trip mine takedown onto Zal. Axel will be able to put that bullet into Adam and knock him down. Fan Cry Kerchi as well as Middle still alive in here, so STP Son of Gun still in the game, still looking for the kills for themselves. 12 squads will remain in this final game, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and we are still at the first zone. As the clock will continue ticking, this will just get harder and harder. STP Son of Gun, they cannot take their foot off the gas pedal just yet because Geek Fam will be looking for that surprise takeover in a bit. And, no matter how you put this, STP, they are not in the best of positions right now.
Yeah, absolutely not. Especially the members who's out there in the open. And they have to do with Geek Fam. And we talked about this, right? Geek Fam and Legend in the vicinity. Well, we're finally seeing AKO on the screen as well. Although far away, but Kalahari, well, not Kalahari. Kalahari isn't the biggest map. It's actually the smallest map. So we are going to see them get into range pretty soon, and of course it's XL getting the shot onto Kitchik, but revive will come true as they are in the building. But these repeated shots will eventually wear you out. You see Adam, he has lost his helmet, armor damaged a bit, he has ran out of medkits, so you can be alive, but if you're alive and weakened, you might as well be not alive.
Yeah, and on top of that, you've got Geek Fam right beside you. You might as well just die right now. I'm sorry, go ahead, see if or not.
I was trying to avoid putting it that way, you know.
Let's see if
That
they
is
can,
just me.
you know, survive this. Dude, they're not in the best of positions. Freedom Rumble is there. Legend will be able to get the backstab on them. And on top of everything else, you've got Auto Knockout as well as Geek Fam firing at them actively. Yeah, SCP son of again, you don't really want to be this team right now. You don't really want to be Legends as well, but, you know, at least they will be able to find some cover for themselves and try to survive for a little bit longer. Oh, goodness me. Adam gets taken down once again, and Axel is the guy that will continuously expend all of their resources. Kachi as well as Miro's now going down. Geek Fam getting shot right back at. Miro's getting deleted as well. Legends will be able to overcome the situation, but look at this, man. Exec has been deleted already. Hazik will be able to go in for the delete onto Kachi. SCP, son of guns. They only have Fan Cry left. Is this gonna be the duckling, the handsome duckling that survives and gets those placement points for them?
There's nothing much you can do when 3 teams start shooting at you. You know, they Geek Fam, Legend, and AK working in tandem unintentionally. And of course, Fan Cry, the only one left out in the open. Their time is going to be cut short pretty soon. But Geek Fam, again, they did not walk away from that situation unscathed.
Yeah.
They did lose their own sniper, Exact. So we're gonna expect Geek Fam to. I actually did not see that.
Yeah, I
Which is
didn't see.
interesting, right? We are Geek Fam. They are constantly bleeding, and well, no, even though they didn't get taken now, but you can see these individual pickouts are happening more often to every single team, which is a big positive for the league in general.
Yeah, but I love how the meta has grown from, you know, just purely just playing those double vectors, and the snipers are now much more viable in order to just open the game up, right? We didn't really see that at the MCP Major. It was mainly those CQC battles that were lighting the day up, which is the reason why we were seeing a lot of highlights placed onto Blacklist International, because Black Cobra was just so deadly with those double vectors each and every single time he could close in all of these, you know, situations. Auto Knockout looking for the take onto Geek Fam. And I believe that's one of the main reasons as well here, Husky, that Auto Knockout has been able to climb up to the top of the board, right? Because the meta is not just purely those CQCs. Taking these long fights clearly is the way Auto Knockout gets in front.
Yeah, they've been so clean. Even the rounds that they lost, it was still like a clean exit for AKO. They are not making moves that gets them killed unnecessarily. They're not making moves that makes people question their intentions. Every single maneuver has an objective, has an end goal. AKO, I dare say they are playing so clean. It feels like Geek Fam is. Even Geek Fam seems sloppy from time to time.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I mean, but Mr. D not being in these games and Sem9 climbing all the way up to the top, do you think there is a relevance there? Do you think that this sort of a composition, this sort of a team composition is so much better for Sem9, especially when they take on Group B here, Ski? Because, you know, the level of competition just gets, you know, heightened a little bit, if you ask me, compared to week number 1, where we saw those crazier fights between Group A and C. This time, Group B really is stepping it up.
I think it could be one of the reasons. Obviously, we don't know how they decide this, right? There are 5 guys in the team. We brought up the topic about newbie yesterday, and want to see how he fares. But so far, it has been rewarding us with very fruitful results. I think Sem9 chasing that first place, and even if they don't get first place, they are guaranteed second by the end of week 2. Whether newbie or Mr. D, will have a huge impact, we won't know. But whatever works best for Sem9 is whatever they stick with. So newbie will be fine. One gets knocked down from 10 miles away by Jabat.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's definitely gonna die. that blue zone is
Yeah.
gonna take him out.
Oh, but trying to get him before the blue zone does. Unfortunately, he will not be able to focus in on that. Exalt will be able to get taken down by the side of Geek Fam and then immediately deleted as well. And that's going to be putting Red Shirt PXG Extreme in such a tough situation. Oh, no. Sem9 dropping in here for the flush out as well. Mirrol has been taken out and they will be able to secure this compound for themselves, Asuke.
Yeah, and at the same time, you can see AKO taking out Sorry Rory. Also, Freedom Rumble joining in as well. Sem9 did lose Miru, and I believe AKO also lost one of their members. Is it Too Fast or Roy? I can't remember. But we're getting into dangerous territory. 11 teams left alive, and we are in the 4th phase. And you know what that means? When phase 5 begins, we're gonna lose half of that team. Sorry Rory will be the first one to get knocked out by Odo. Knocked out as Sem9 tries to survive in this treacherous environment with Geek Fam on one side.
Yeah, still in here. They managed to bring in all of the loots for themselves. Those airdrops will be able to help them out just a little bit. Sem9 preparing for the final battle here. Shots fired from the right-hand side.
Oh,
and
no.
Shura does not make it to the glue wall. Unfortunately, Akik is there to get the fight on. And Akik gets the delete put onto Shura as well. Zen unable to pull out the time turner. Unable to pick his friend up. And now it's going to be Zen going in for the final flush. Axel will be able to get a delete from afar. 4 X-Men experts still trying to play the game of survival. Very impressive to be able to come into the 5th circle in here and, maintain the 4-man squad. 2 kills in the bag so far. Let's see if they can reach to circle number 7 as well. This is 4 X-Men expert. So much more impressive compared to week 1.
Yeah, Freedom Rumble, they're trying to wipe out AKO and get themselves some points as well. And the finishes are coming through 4 X-Men Expert. They're actually going to try third party this, and it might be a good move to intercept Freedom Rumble while they are distracted. And we see what 4 X-Men wants to do right now. They are in a very heated battle zone. But if they pull it right, they might be able to walk away as the eventual victors. Secret Movement Akif is still around, but he wouldn't want to move too much because Goku does have sights on him. 4 X-Men, they are just making the move as a unit, and I really like where this is going. Cobbs on Freedom Rumble side, they're in the building, trying to wipe out AKO. Adding Flag All-Star gets eliminated, and Spade will finally make an entrance. He's the first one, and they will see Joker first, trying to spray him down. But even if they don't, the blue zone! Oh, that's not favorite Freedom Rumble. They want to get out, but they run straight into 4 X-Men Expert. And now 4 X-Men Expert, they're also on the run. Pian gets down by Apam. Freedom Rumble from behind. Auto knockout gets taken out by the blue zone. But Goku also gets knocked down. The play zone is the biggest killer in this round.
Oh, that means Sem9 has got the opportunity to end the day number 1, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is the fight. This is the day that Sem9 rises up to the top. Now, Hazi gets knocked down. The delete does not come through just yet. And Geek Fam will still be in here. Legends will go in here for the flush. What a play! What a play! What a play by Legends! Guy gets a shutdown, and that's perfection. Are they going to be able to fight Sem9 in the same way, though? Because it's going to be Zen who closes in all of the gaps between them. Vegeta is up, but the double vectors will be pulled out. Spade gets shot at and will not get taken down just at the moment. The blue zone has left him out of the equation, and he will be trying to tank this just with that medkit gameplay, but finally gets taken down. 4 X-Men Expert eliminated as well. Legends trying to stand up. Vegeta as well as Kelvin still alive and kicking. They will have the blue zone, and end zone NY gets eliminated. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, your victors, the ones who pick the booyah up for themselves, the Legends.
And they end the day with their very first booyah. Best performance from Legends so far. And very well deserved. This is probably one of the rounds that will solidify Legend as a contender. Now, before this, they were in 15th place, but maybe this can shoot them out at least to 13 placement by the end of the week. But even then, we have to give a quick shout out to Sem9. They didn't get the booyah, but they were able to survive until the bitter end. So, this could be anyone's game. We were talking about the race of the Tigers. It's either AKO or Sem9 being in first place, but Legends have also finally made their mark and broke that zero booyah curse.
Yeah, they might have been able to sneak into the 12th spot as well. Remember what we were discussing earlier on, Aski, that the difference of points between the 12th spot as well as those below them are just about 3 or 4 in total, right? So with the Legends being able to pick that booyah up for themselves, also with those skills, crazy play. But welcome back, Tash. What did you think of the game?
I loved it. Personally, I already said Legends needed to buck up. They have a legend on the team, one of the veterans, and I am so glad that, they're finally coming back. They had a beautiful pick there onto Geek Fam. It really worked out. I know that AJ was saying Sem9 was going to get an easy pick, and Legends did not let that happen because they're saying, this is the final match of the day. We're going to have to do something. We're going to have to show that we are definitely very, very much viable and in this tournament, and they really, really performed. So really big congrats on that really amazingly really good and really big booyah that they really needed. But for now, yet again with the Kobe, what the hell was that? Double kill, triple? Just like with, I don't know what he's on, but I want some of that. That's insane.
One thing is for sure, he definitely did not have McDonald's for breakfast. He probably had I also want to know what's his secret, man. But Secret Movement they might not be the best team. They might not qualify as the front runners yet, but they definitely have shown the growth and the style. That's 100% style points.
AJ, say it again. What do you say?
Kalah tak apa, style mesti ada.
Yeah, exactly. That's what Secret Movement brings. The style points, how they get kills, how they go down. It's definitely not only just like a team crippler. They're like, they got Kobe, they got style points. Like, man, like if there were an honorary, title for like not winning but doing some really crazy good things, it would be that. It would be Also, need to highlight what's his name, Goku. Insane rushes. We have some really strong players this time around, and I love it for them. Absolutely love it for them. Also, sorry, you go on?
Yeah, unfortunately for them, right? Great plays, but taken in isolation. And if they continue those great plays in isolation, then the spot of, the 7, 8, 9 is where they are going to continuously stay. The consistency doesn't come through. The master, 200 IQ gameplays like Sem9 pulls off to get into the final zone doesn't come through. The consistency in being able to take some of the gunfights like auto knockout doesn't come through. And if you want to be a top team, if you want to sit down at the top 5. Yes, I understand that to make it to the finals, they are aiming for the top 12, but that grand prize is just a little too enticing to not start trying right now, isn't it?
Exactly. I feel like the thing is, to them, maybe in terms of chemistry, is not quite there yet. Individual plays, amazing, but working together is something they really need to work on. Sem9 has great chemistry, Blacklist as well, really good, so really want to see what they can do with that. So let's talk a little bit about Axel. While everyone has been praising Zach for his, Hawkeye shots, we have from MCP majors, we've seen Axel perform, and now it's more and more obvious, and I love to see that. I want to see more. Axel, it's like you don't even see where he is. I just like, he just dies. I'm like, wait, what just happened? Oh, it's Axel. If you see a random death out of nowhere, it's probably Axel. He's like a ninja, an assassin, if you may. Like, you wouldn't even see him coming. And honestly, great for him. I just wish that they can do more, because these individual plays, I feel, not only should be highlighted, but also should be shown in terms of team dynamics. How they can work around these plays is what's really important, as what AJ said. Husky, do you have anything to add?
I mean, Axel, I think you compared him during SCP Major when he was a steady squad, and now with the current AKO, I think the current AKO just unlocks his potential. Even when he was back on steady squad, as much as we don't see a lot of that team, Axel's name pops out every now and then. But the overall performance of the team kind of overshadows what he's about. And obviously we can't take away the effort he put in across the months during the off season. And now with the current team, you have Roy. You have Roy, who does all these crazy rushes. You have Too Fast, who backs him up. And XL can just comfortably sit back and provide those assisting firepower with his sniping capabilities, right? When you have a team that enables you, that's where you're at your best. And I think that's where EXO is at right now.
Yeah, and I think he
Right,
counter
so-
enables the team as well, right? I mean, how is Roy able to make these aggressive plays and step up front? Because we've seen Blacklist International try to do something like that as well, sending Cobra in first, and it is that firepower that comes in. It's that backup that allows players like Black Cobra as well as Roy to survive, and Axel is that guy, right? And it works both ways, which makes auto knockout just so much more dangerous. And yes, we talked about this a little bit. We touched on it a little bit. Geek Fam throwing those losses on purpose just so that you can go out and test the waters and see how great these teams are. Yeah, I think it's time for them to stop testing the waters, because these teams definitely will be able to eat that cake up clean. They won't be able to get any crumbs off the plate.
Yeah, that's right. Also, another great thing that I saw AJ, mention was the single picks as well. Just like crippling the team is such a great move. Like, you don't necessarily have to kill them all together, because sometimes you can't. There are certain players where are a lot harder to kill, especially if you look at Blacklist. You have Phoenix and Cobra, which are able to fend for themselves. Like, one player is really scary. So what do? You take one of the best players out, cripple them, and once they get toward the last circle, they're just going to be in trouble. And that's honestly a great way to go about it. And honestly, great eye, AJ, for noticing that, because I honestly didn't notice that till you mentioned that to me. I was always wondering why the teams never finish their food, but what I didn't realize, it was actually a strategy in itself.
That's why Garina brings in 3 brains in here, right? For the things that one person misses, the other 2 can pick right back up. We've got the highlights coming in here, Tash. Let's take a look and see exactly how crazy that final match was to wrap things up for the day, and exactly how that final booyah was picked up, because it was quite unexpected towards the very end.
Right, so let's have a look here. This is the first match. Husky, why don't you take this one?
I think this one was the very extended standoff between Secret Movement and EGMX, and I believe this was the Yard nade. So the first nade was great, and I believe they sent Augie there to go for the revive, but no one expected the second nade. So Yat just playing it to perfection. They forced EGMX to run, and they walk away with like 3 free kills.
Talk about bad timing for Augie, right? Poor guy just stepped in there. The moment he stepped into the house, the bomb explodes. And it's perfection from Yat because of how long he cooks the grenade as well. It's not just the position, it's a bunch of things all wrapped up into one, which is why we don't really see that many of these nade shots coming through, because it's not easy to pull off. Isn't that right, Husky?
Yeah, it's definitely not. You have to... Whatever you do, you have to be confident in your action. It really does help, and he's feeling good about himself. He really is feeling good about himself today.
I'm giving him the title Kobe because that was insane. That was really insane. So this part was a little bit sad seeing, for X-Men go down, but seeing Legend up there was actually quite surprising to me, because like usually Legend, we would see the death highlights, but this time around they got the booyah highlights, and I am so happy for them because this is what I wanted to see, because this is a team that has veteran player Ashids in there, and definitely all eyes are on him for sure. So let's have a look at the round standings for the last match. This is Group B versus Group C. You have Legend on first place. Look at the total points they brought in. 9 kills total, which is so surprising. Definitely so different than how they used to play. And this is just, we are actually seeing the bottom teams actually just start to shake it up. And this is what I wanted to see from FFMC 2021. So Sem9 now in second place, not quite making it there. They really underestimated Legend, and this is why you should never underestimate any team, because clearly this is what's come up. So they only got 4 kills this time around, despite having 9 placement points. For X-Men Expert this time around, third place, despite usually going in the middle part. Third place, really great performance from them. 4 kills, 7 placement points. Geek Fam a little bit better this time around, getting 4 placement points and 6 kills, bringing them up to 10 points. So Freedom Rumble taking 5th place now with 10 points, 6 placement points, and only 4 kills. Secret Movement ties in with the kills, 4 kills as well, 5 placement points and 9 points. Endzone Mai also 9 points with 8 placement points and 1 kill. Auto Knockout 3 placement points, 5 kill points, 8 points total. Red Shoot PXG Extreme not so great this time around with 2 points. Enigmax All Star also 2 points. Sorry Roar with only 1 point, and STP Son of Gun getting super unlucky this game with 0 points going back to the lobby. So let's have a look at this. As you can see here, today in particular, today and yesterday, is the day that we are seeing the bottom team start to wake up, I guess. And that's really great because now we are actually going to see a huge shakeup in the standings. So if you can see here, look at the standings in general. AKO now in first place, 223 points. That's the Sem9 as well, not too far behind, 221, 2 points difference only. And Blacklist International has not even breached 200 points. Usually we see a Blacklist International up there, Freedom Rumble, Geek Fam. Definitely a different thing this week, and this is fun. This is honestly really fun. Freedom Rumble with 188 points. Geek Fam not too far behind with 186. Now you can see here 30 points difference. As here is Eternal Watch and Learn 157, Fast Kill 149, Secret Movement now on 8th place with 131 points. Same amount of points with Sorry Roar as well. Sorry Roar now slowly and steadily climbing up the ladder. And I'm really expecting them to make top 5 if possible because their performance have been quite solid and consistent. So if you look at 10th place for X-Men Expert with 124 points and about like 20 points behind is Overdose LT, just slowly slipping behind there. Legend pushing themselves up just now with that match with 12th place, 99 points. Endzone Mai dropping to 13th place, 92 points. Red Shoot PXG Extreme, 89 points. STP Son of Gun, 83 points. Ladies dropping down to 16th place, 77 points. Enigmax All-Star putting themselves quite not too far behind with 70 points. Seven Fingers, only half the amount of points from 17th place. Gonna be very tough from the chase. Not saying it's impossible, but they're gonna have to do a lot more than they're doing right now. So let's talk a little bit about the standings in general. Husky, do you have anything to say about this? Were you expecting this?
I was expecting Sem9 and AKO being in first and second. Also, we see AKO having 2 more points over Sem9, which is totally fine. It's either or because these two teams have been amazing today. Blacklist International breathing a sigh of relief because they were only 2 points ahead, I believe, of what's the fourth place? Was it Freedom Rumble or Freedom Rumble?
Yeah, Freedom Rumble.
Yeah, Freedom Rumble was close, but they need a bit more. The rest is pretty much predicted, honestly. I'm just happy to see Sem9 and AKO up at the top. And Blacklist, despite an underwhelming day, still being in top 3, it really shows how good their performance has been since the beginning.
I think that's the advantage of playing well from the beginning. They were like, pressing on the gas from the beginning. They didn't stop. They weren't messing around. And they were showing really strong plays from week 1. And honestly, I feel like that is the reason why they decided to play well in case times like this could happen. Because don't forget, Battle Royales are still about 50% RNG. So days like this are bound to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Now, the giveaways are still active, so we still have those 2 Playboy guns that got, Husky very, very excited earlier on today. You guys can pull 2 away for yourselves. Screenshot the ID that you see in here so that you don't miss it and claim it in the game later on, ladies and gentlemen.
Right, so there's only 2 of them, so be sure to claim them fast on the Free Fire redeem page right now. This is the final one for this week, so who knows what gun we're going to see next. Honestly, I really want to see a pink gun. It's just my favorite color. What can I say?
We noticed that. We have noticed that.
Wait.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I thought it would be more noticeable on Husky because
fun fact,
his blazer.
this used to be pink. Okay, this used to be pink.
Oh, okay.
So yes. So
it
I
also
understand.
means that Tash used to like you more.
I did not think of that. Hold on. I will.
Sure. I don't want his girlfriend coming for me, so please. None of that.
Now it's hard to sleep on that, right? She might be watching this, and I will get into trouble later on. So thank you very much, AJ.
What are friends for, Husky?
Yeah, what are friends for?
Okay, let's talk about the standings here. Very interesting point that you guys brought up earlier, right? Blacklist International are at a 31-point gap. If they want to catch up to the second spot, Sem9, they need to get 31 points. And to get 31 points out of a perfect game, out of a perfect round, is quite the task. Usually we see a maximum of 25, 26, 27 on really good rounds that some of these teams pull off in here. And it's even more difficult because Auto Knockout as well as Sem9, they've been on fire today, right? What might make this a little bit easier for those other teams to catch up on, especially Blacklist International, Freedom Rumble as well as Geek Fam in here, is to expect Auto Knockout as well as Sem9 to continue the tradition of FFMC at the moment, for a team to do really great one week and then to absolutely suck another week so that the other teams can have a chance, right? And
honestly,
and that's most probably going to happen.
Yeah, the thing is, like, we're still gonna see a shuffle, right, between the groups. So as we've seen in MCP majors, after the shuffle, we're gonna see a little bit of like a reset from each team where they all kind of like get adjusted once more time. So honestly, it could be anyone's game at this point. As you said before, that 31 points is not something that Blacklist International cannot do. If they get really good scores for like 2 rounds in a row, it's not possible. They've done it before. We've seen it in the group before. It's a matter of time till they do. So for now, guys, do you guys have anything you guys want to say at the end here? Any predictions for next week?
The shuffle is happening, so I predict a shuffle in the leaderboard as well.
Gee, wow, Husky.
Wow, water is good, Husky.
You're welcome.
What a beautiful prediction. I'm expecting Freedom Rumble to get pissed off on based on their performance this week and try to show a better side of them next week. We should be able to see them rise back up to the top. I'm thinking next week might just be in it for Freedom Rumble. Eternal watch and learn as well, right? We've been keeping an eye on them. They've taken some crazy fights, very effective in shaking up the top of the leaderboards, but just not enough for them to rise up to the top. Maybe next week will be their time as that shuffle happens.
Right. So for me personally, we'll probably be seeing Geek Fam just go crazy. I just don't know, but I have a feeling it's gonna happen. So when that happens, I will be like, I told you so. So for now, that's all from us today. For those at home, thank you guys so much for watching. Do like and share the live stream if you can, and be sure to tag your favorite players and give them some moral support, because we are on the next half of this tournament before we head on to the grand finals. So for now, I'm Tash Buddy, your host for today, alongside AJ and Husky, and we'll see you guys next week.
Triple kill.